Oh, there we go. Oh,
I was supposed to set up my 20 gallon today, but after I started feeling bad, I just like, no, I guess I won't be doing that. I'll do it tomorrow. I got a 36 gallon acrylic too,
How do
but
I
I'm
get
not
a
in no
thumbs
rush for
down?
that.
I haven't even started the stream yet.
yeah, seen that.
Dang,
I just added mine.
I get a thumbs down before I even get the stream started.
Yeah, said one
dang.
watching too. You
I'm watching. I got a thumbs down already. You know I got
know.
love.
Yeah.
I got nothing but love for you, honey. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I just get it started. I get some haters.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Kelly's in the stream. Hey, neighbor. In the chat, I mean.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm like, Kenny live in upstate New York.
That's not the Kelly that lives in Ohio?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Wrong Kelly.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mhm. I'm gone. The string got my eyes burning.
I fell asleep on the stream yesterday, last
Yeah.
night, this morning. We were all asleep. I think everybody went to sleep. Because I think Jesse said that Ashley and somebody else popped in. They're like, they're all asleep. They're all on mute. It was
Hmm.
like 2 a.m.
Oh wow.
Yep. Upstate New York. Okay. What's the other Kelly's name, Big? Oh, he on mute.
Yeah, I remember, but I don't remember. Yeah, there's two or three of these. I've seen two so far. These little fishes. There's
Holding?
yep, holding two little bitty
Oh,
fishes. I'm like,
boy.
you know, there's one big fish in here because I kept three from the one tank with the lower
The
tank. What was
gargoyles.
what the guy was? Yep, yeah. I took in all the fish in there other than three. The dominant one, and then the next one in line, and then I kept this one that's on screen now. Where is he at? He's
Hmm.
back there. But that's Capone. That's the one Biggie name. But yeah,
Mm.
Capone was doing it today. He's like, oh man, he's
Mm-mm.
running around over there and running around over here. I'm like, man, that's bad.
I think I think that bear is the best thing you've ever put in.
Yeah, throws everybody off. They're like, whoa, whoa, is that a bear? You're like, yeah. Something different. I just threw it in their house. You know, you know me.
Nah, I love it.
Yeah, different.
So I'm trying to find some black lava rock. You know, nothing is ever simple for me.
Um, yeah. Maybe at like that rock yard that you went to before.
They didn't have none. I
But
went there. I got a video. I went back this week while I was on vacation
really, okay.
and bought some rocks. I got some free driftwood.
Oh, cool.
So walked all the way around this time. I didn't just look at the stuff they had right up front. I walked all the way around and I got down to one side and there was a bunch of driftwood down there. I was like, oh, I mean, a
Mm,
couple of really nice pieces.
yeah,
And so I just picked it up. I said, I'm going to see if they'll sell it to me. So when I got done going through 2 tons of rock, seemed like, because I saw one rock. So, they have it in these big wire baskets so you could see like all the way down, right?
yeah, yeah.
And I saw this rock I wanted. Of course, it was like way down in
Hmm,
there.
hmm, hmm.
I dug it out. So then when I got done, I had the guy come out, and they weigh everything.
Yeah.
And so I had the driftwood, and I said, "How much for that driftwood?" He said, "It's free." And
Hmm,
then he pulled it out so it wouldn't impact the weight.
yeah.
And so I got like two nice. I'm gonna do a video on it. I
Yeah.
was gonna do a. I want to do it outside, so I was gonna do it like outside yesterday morning. And as soon as I got everything together to go out and set up the video, somebody started cutting their lawn. I was like, "Oh, guess I won't be doing
Okay.
it." So,
Yeah.
hey, Matthew.
Yeah.
What up? I was
Yeah. How you
sitting
doing?
there listening to you talk about the driftwood.
Uh huh.
If I showed you the amount of driftwood I got, you'd get sick.
No.
Man, and do you have Holy Rock too? Somebody's got
I
some
don't.
Holy Rock I
I
want.
don't have Holy Rock. I can't find that. But I work for an irrigation company, and we have a dam that has an automatic rack that comes down with a big rake and picks it up on like a claw machine at the store.
Yeah.
It picks it up like a claw machine and takes it over and drops it in a big pile. We have
Oh.
probably about a pile, maybe 25 feet high of it.
Oh my
Wow.
God. That would
It's
be heaven.
I look through it every once in a while. I'm like, no, I don't have any wood in there. Like I don't want to do that
Bless you.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I would
know,
be crazy. I'd be buying tanks just to put the wood in.
it's
Yeah.
so pretty, man. I know. I mean, but I don't know the first thing about doing the wood or anything like that. So I never really thought past that.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I haven't really pushed myself into it too much.
I
It's real
think I
pretty
love.
though.
I think I was watching these people. Somebody was doing a live stream yesterday, and the guy was saying that the like the hardscape, you like build the tank, then you put the fish in it, as opposed to getting the fish and then putting the hardscape. That's
Yeah.
kind of me. I
Yeah.
start with the plants. I
Yeah.
love plants. I got a big box of plants today.
Nice.
Yeah, I could just have planted tanks. I got a big brandy sniffer. I'm gonna put some plants in and take to put in my office. But
Yeah.
I
Huh?
just love I mean, I love the
Axe
fish, don't get me wrong, but
or
I think
ask?
I love the aquascaping part of it.
Ask. Okay. Helping a
How's
first grader.
Mermaid doing, Matthew?
I got
Yeah.
her on her tablet doing her schoolwork. I make her do school stuff on her tablet before she can get on there and play.
No, good job.
Wow.
Um, the yesterday was a pretty interesting day. She
Okay.
uh, she lost her first tooth yesterday.
Oh wow.
Oh boy. What did the
Yeah,
Good
tooth
stuff.
fairy get her?
$5.
Woo!
Wow. Dang.
I
You know?
That's
used,
the
my
going
dad,
rate apparently.
Oh yeah.
we used to
Oh
get
yeah.
silver dollars. I wish I would
Yeah.
have kept them.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody was floating the idea maybe it would bring her a $2 bill, but I said,
Yeah.
nah,
Hmm.
that tooth fairy ain't gonna have no $2 bill.
Yeah. Five's even better.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
like. Bro, you should have seen her. She come up to me and she tells me, this is exactly what she told me. She's like, oh, Dad, the tooth fairy only brought me $1. I was like,
He's
what?
like, oh, let me see
Yeah. And I saw that five and I was like, oh, you mean I could have got away with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Man,
Well,
like this whole time I'm thinking I could have just been giving her,
In her
$1
one.
every time, but Tooth Fairy had to ruin it for me.
yeah. Well, she figured it's paper money, so it's one paper, so it's $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
No, the fun part was trying to get it out yesterday because you could
Oh
see her
God.
tooth. You could see her tooth coming in behind it.
Oh, well, yeah.
So
It's
I'm
ready
like,
then.
yeah, girl, this got to get out. It's gonna make your tooth crooked.
Right.
So it was like bloody murder, man, for
Oh
like
my
Really?
30 minutes,
God.
trying to talk her into letting me tie a string around it.
Yeah. You go to the doorknob or something,
No, no, I
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
hooked the
say
string up to it. I hooked the
yeah.
string up to it and just pop it out.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
mm.
easier to like pull up sometimes than like doorknobs and stuff. You try, I ain't talking mermaid into going in front of the door.
I
Yeah,
can't believe
yeah.
people actually used to do that back in
I
the
know.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's either that or an apple or something. Like, here, eat this. Like, oh, thank
Oh,
you.
really? I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
apple's the big one.
yeah.
Oh.
You know,
Mm.
here, eat this. You're like, oh, my tooth. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh,
yeah.
I could probably do that to one of them right now,
hmm.
Really?
but I don't know if the tooth fairy got another 5.
Yeah, might be flying around right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's on marshmallows right now. No, it's cool, man. She was so happy because everybody else in her class be missing teeth and she don't.
Hmm.
She's like,
Mm.
I gonna look like a normal kid now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody missing teeth but her.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Nah, it was funny though, man. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got any new fish, Matthew?
I got oh no, I don't have any like so all right, so one of my feather fins were breeding, they started. So I
Hmm.
pulled the female out and put her in a tank by herself. And man, the very first night, since her first time, she ate them damn things.
Oh my gosh.
She might have like one or two in there. And I was like, you'll end up doing that too. So I put her back in there with the others.
Hmm.
But it was that. All right, so that started like this extravagant little thing for me because I I went and for my little aquarium, I didn't have a heater big enough for my 40 because I took the heater out of that because it was a little undersized for my 40.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't mind it because, I mean, my house is like 77. I keep my water at 80. So it's not like
Mm.
it's on all the time. But so I went to PetSmart and I noticed that PetSmart had Eheim 150s on sale for $26.
Mm.
So I put one in there. I bought it, put it in there, and went to bed. And then I wake up and my water's 95 degrees.
Oh my God.
And I'm I'm looking at it. So I go and I start putting it in the other fish tank, the little one. It didn't have anything in there. So I put it in there to see if I can calibrate it. And it didn't calibrate at all. It just stayed on all night long.
Oh, that ain't good.
So it almost killed all my little shell dwellers.
Oh
And
my
so
God, no.
So what I did was I went back, took it back. I was like, hey, I need another Eheim heater. This one's bad, you know. So no, we don't have one. So it's like, all right, well, I'll just go up to the other PetSmart because that kind of the deal. I'm gonna check it out, you know.
Right.
And so I go up there, and then as I'm coming back, because they didn't have any either. They only had like off-brand, like the cheap Aqueons and their top fin Tetras or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Huh.
I go back over there to the one that I normally go to because one of the other brands that I really like Flugel heaters. I have never had a problem
Right.
with Flugel heaters. So I I go in there and I say, hey, this Flugel heater is like $35. This is more than the one that the Eheim is. But so I got the Eheim for 26. Well, the manager said, well, you're a pretty good customer. And I know, you know, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. And she dropped that from $35 to 26 for me.
Nice.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah, since I had to drive all the way up there and
yeah,
back.
For
nice.
sure.
So all of that driving and everything, I got a,
Paid
I,
off, huh?
yeah, kind of. I mean, got to go up there and we went to a Goodwill and they had a couple terrariums and a couple little 5 gallon tanks.
Oh.
Yeah.
They had a terrarium for $15. It was a nice
Oh
one
wow.
too, but I don't need another terrarium, man. I don't need another lizard.
I would
Yeah.
have been on that. I
I
want one
know.
so bad.
Even for storage purposes. Well,
Yep.
Well, it's one of the ones that have sliding tops and all of that, and I'm not like
Oh,
no. See, I I like the ones with the doors on the front,
my front.
and
Yeah.
right.
that like I'll get the ones that have the vents on the bottom
Yep.
because the ones with the glass all around and just on top, it keeps the thing stinky so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because some of them, like a lot of people buy the cheapest ones that they can at PetSmart, and they'll have the sliding tops, and they'll put the clay sand in there that they're not supposed to have in there in the first place, really,
Right.
and they don't clean it, and it just sits in there, and it keeps and makes that damn terrarium stink so bad, and it's so hard to
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah.
That the
Yeah, because
smell
aren't
of
they
lizard
supposed to
pee
put
is
like
tough.
a layer of charcoal in the false bottom? I've been doing a lot of research on that.
Well, you can, but for the most part, what I do is I just put the white paper towels down on the bottom of my terrarium and I just pull out the paper towels, clean it, and put it back down there every week.
Oh, okay.
Paper towels are the easiest and cleanest thing to do for them.
Oh, so do you have things in your terrariums, livestock?
Oh, I have my blizzard leopard geckos.
Okay.
Oh, I got a really
Oh,
nice, expensive ass gecko. You know, I'm not going to
I
chance it with
guess.
clay.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
Oh, yeah, I've been looking at them. So we were talking about
Uh-uh. Push that down. No, no, no. Come here.
this guy, what's his name? Jeez, we were just talking about him last night that does all the terrariums. Serpa, Serpa, Serpa something.
Hey, Bob. How
He
are you?
does. He does.
Hi.
He's amazing. Bob,
Yeah.
put your shirt on, Bob.
He been working out.
It's hot. It's hot over
Put
there.
your.
You know?
I don't care. Put your shirt on. You know what not having your shirt on does to me, Bob. I can't be on the stream with you without your shirt on, Bob.
Here she gonna go into cold sweats.
Yeah.
Ah,
I've been
no, but this Serpa, let me look him up. He does amazing terrariums and he has what are some kind of
You
geckos.
you can put the charcoal on the bottom and stuff like that, but that's I mean to do that and to deal with all of that, that's a lot. You know,
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people just do paper towels. It's the cleanest and easiest way for them.
Okay. So do you have like the springtails and all that kind of stuff in yours?
No, I just have a hideout for mine with just some rocks because the more stuff you put in a terrarium, is the more
More
places
work.
that crickets can hide.
Yeah.
yeah, true.
So I mean, I just put rocks to push the stuff down, and I give my lizard 10 lightly sprinkled crickets every week.
Okay.
You don't.
So the
I don't
guy,
switch it. I don't switch his food up very often.
so the guy I'm talking about, his channel is Serpa Serpa Design, and he has crested geckos.
Yeah, crested geckos are cool.
They're gorgeous. My
Yeah, they're
grandson wants he says a lizard. And so I've been trying to research it. My daughter's kind of like reluctant, but I told her, I said, the trick is you do it with him, all the maintenance and everything, but you're teaching him how to do it where he gets to the point where he can maintain it himself. You know, she's like, I don't want to have
right.
to maintain that. I like, no, you do it with him,
Well,
and once he gets the hang of it, he can do it himself.
like the for the crested gecko. Is that which one you're talking about for the crested geckos?
Just any kind of whatever. If a lizard, whatever she decides to get, we'll try to, I'll help them
Right.
create a habitat for it. But as far
The
as the maintenance, I want her to not feel like it's something she has to constant will have to take care of.
well,
You
if
know.
that's the case, then let them get a tarantula.
That
Oh
or what I would what I would
who?
do is get a
Oh
tarantula.
chameleon. A
A
chameleon.
tarantula.
There you go.
oh hell to the nah, Bobby.
Well, you only feed a tarantula
No,
one or two
no,
crickets every
nope,
That thing is
weekend,
nope,
take off.
and you just
no,
Yeah.
let it chill.
no, 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 no.
Well, we know what
Uh-uh.
bothers her.
No spiders. No. I was
Well,
just thinking like a little chameleon. My brothers kept chameleons
chameleons
and
are cool, but
salamander. Not chameleons, but salamanders. Salamanders. Because
Personally, I keep comedians.
you do?
Comedians, yeah.
That's just, so we would go to Florida every summer. My brother would always bring back a couple of salamanders. And
Actually,
so, you know.
um, no,
is your room clean?
um, I
Go pick up the floor in your room. Go. Hey, and take all your stuff in here. Look how nasty you made my living room. Pick up my living room. I'll change your sheets as soon as you pick up your floor where I can get to it.
Go ahead, Bob.
um, I don't remember what I was saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's alright, it's alright. I just jumped on. And, oh, alright.
Hmm.
I'm just switching the subject back completely, but I'm going to do a video about keeping angelfish and fish. So if any one of you have both angelfish and fish together, and you want to help me, please send me like a video or something because I'm going to include some other people just to show that I'm not the only crazy bastard trying to do
Oh, you keeping what and what?
betta fish with angelfish.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
never tried that.
I haven't either, and I mean that sounds like it would be interesting. Are you? What kind of beta fish are you talking though? Are you talking about females or males?
Both. I have both right now, actually.
Because I could see that with females, but I don't know about the male.
I've been doing that since April, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and my male beta is actually the dominant fish of the aquarium. Maybe the angelfish is a pushover at this point.
Yeah, no, I feel the same, Matthew. Yeah, you just probably just have to keep up on feeding, keep up on that. But you just have to look at the fins of the beta fish, you know. But yeah, no,
And the
I think
angels,
yeah,
because
oh
they're
yeah,
nippy.
yeah, oh yeah, both
Mine
of them
attack
are.
my snails. Yep.
Um, yeah, my betta fish, fins are like messed up, but that's because of the crayfish and then because of the granny. Like the angelfish have perfect fins, and the betta fish are the fins are really broken. So both are not like attacking each other. Then they are respecting each other.
Well, see, like I like to liken that to like me putting my beta in with my shell dwellers.
Yeah.
I would never do that because I know that what the shell dwellers would do to that beta. You know what I mean? And I don't know. That's a good idea though. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's interesting though. I've never
Yeah,
done it.
yeah, something new, that's for sure.
I've honestly never thought about
Yeah,
it.
it's different. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I like that.
you can definitely like you can see my like one of my recent videos that the angelfish and the betta fish are great cooking fine. Like the male don't really bother the two females, and like I have so many space for the females to hide. Not only from the betta and angelfish, but from the 29 that I have like absolutely no problem. I have like a pretty like low angelfish. I'm not sure if I used the correct word, but he's like,
Hmm.
I I sent Kevin some plants today. Let's see if they make them to him alive.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's telling me he can't get the rosette sword around his way, and I had all those rosette sword that I had off that mother plant that I had inside with the beta, and they were getting so tall that I just kept trimming them off and off and off. But I kind of messed up and trimmed that mother plant too short, so now it's not going to give me. I don't know. I have to wait.
Another one? Yeah, yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah, so all of the ones that I trimmed off, I planted inside the shell dweller tank, and they got decent size. And I replaced those with those Amazon swords to grow up, and figured I'd send them over to Kevin and let him try.
yeah, Angelo just
Those
got it.
cylinders. I grabbed one of those cylinders of Anubis at PetSmart, and they gave me a Congresi and a Nana in one. But what was
Nice.
I've never bought plants from PetSmart.
Yeah, I have.
I mean, I bought plants from my LFS and
funny?
online. Matter of fact, there's a website that's going to have a huge plant sale, like
Was I
50% off.
Hmm.
Who is that? They're moving, and they had like 20% off starting
uh,
Friday.
uh,
Who is it? Oh, maybe Thursday. So it's been going up 10% every day. And tomorrow is 50%. And I gotta
Wow.
remember the name of it. So I've got a reminder first thing in the morning when I wake up to order plants. They've got a nice selection. I hope they have something left by the time I order. But whatever time I get up in the morning, I'll be on their website. So I think I'm gonna put like all angelfish in that 36 gallon, the acrylic one I just got. Cause Chris is sending me angels and Angel Freak and Jay is sending me angelfish.
Nice.
But I just want to spread my tanks around. My whole living room is full of tanks. I wanted to set up a fish room, and then it was like it gets so cold in that little den. I mean, I'd have to have a heater running, and I don't know. So until I can get somebody to install me one of those, what do they call them? The ones that go along the base. Because that part of my house is like, I think whoever had the house before me built that room, but it's at the back of the garage, so it's not properly insulated. And even
Yeah.
though it has a heating vent, it doesn't really get warm back there. Well, I think it might, well, the heat comes in, but it doesn't stay in because it's not insulated properly. So I was just gonna, I don't know, maybe I should just have it insulated. What do you think, Eric? That's your kind of your
Um,
thing.
yeah, I don't know. I'd
Just
have
have
to.
somebody blow some insulation in there in the
Yeah, I think
walls.
you can. You
Yeah,
can't cut. You can't cut the top and blow it down there.
yeah. There's a few different ways. I don't know. I'd have to see. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
I
there's a
mean, they
few
built
different
a
ways.
good wall. It's got drywall and everything, but
Oh, it
it's
does have
probably about
drywall. Oh, okay.
yeah, it's probably
Okay.
about whatever the standard is, like a 2x4. So it's probably a 2-inch space.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they use when they build a wall, like two by
Yeah.
four? Isn't that gap
Yeah.
like two?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'll just have somebody blow some insulation in there for me.
Yeah.
But
That'd be the
I don't
easiest.
want to. Yeah, because I was gonna have after I was talking about it, I was gonna have one of those what are they called, baseboard heaters
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
installed in there. But if it's going right back out, that'll really be a waste of my money, I guess.
Do you have a gas line?
I have gas heat, yeah.
I have
Can't you just put a gas heater in there? Like tap off the
No,
gas line outside?
no, it has a vent that blows heat into the room, but I don't think it stays because the room's not insulated
Oh no,
properly.
no. What I'm saying, like if you were to get like a floor mount gas heater. You see
Like
what I'm saying? Just run a gas line
yeah,
to the room.
yeah, that would be probably really expensive,
I'm sorry.
Matthew.
It's
I'm so,
I look at it like not too bad
just
because it's just a couple plumbing pipes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
into just dowel into the wall.
yeah.
Put a hole
Soft
in.
copper. Just run
I
Yeah,
some
do
soft
both.
copper.
I do both, just to be sure.
yeah. I
You
mean,
know.
because we growing up, that's what we had at first. Because I live in Arizona. Growing up, we had wood fireplace up
Yeah.
until I was probably
Hey, Joseph.
11 years old, 12 years old, and then we finally got a gas heater.
Mm,
And it gets
No.
pretty cold out here, but we just run the fire till about 10 o'clock at night and then, let it go out.
right.
You're talking about heating a fish room?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I do a propane heater or something, or electric heater, but electric heater is going to be expensive on your electric bill. And then
Yeah.
I would never do those oil heaters. So too many people I know have
No.
had those blow up, catch fire, or whatever, and burn.
Yeah.
Got you a kerosene lamp. Got you kerosene
Yeah.
lamp.
You know?
No, that's why I was just mentioning a gas heater. I think it's probably about the most reliable,
Yeah.
Yeah.
easy on the pocket.
Yeah.
No water alarm.
Never know, it might heat your
Oh
other room.
shit! See how quick I jumped up? I just flooded my kitchen.
What?
You just what?
Yeah, flooded my kitchen and just
Doing
overflowed my
water
reservoir.
changes?
No, filling my
Oh.
reservoir. I
You don't
didn't put
have
the
one of
water
those
alarm.
little doofickies on there?
I saw that there was a Google Hangouts and I got all excited and I forgot that I had water running.
Yeah. Yep.
That's how it works.
Now I got a
That's
bunch
for
of water
sure.
in my kitchen floor. I don't even want to touch anything right now because I don't know what electrical. I should
Oh,
actually look at
Lord.
it. I did that last time.
Yeah.
You go check.
Always something.
I'll be back.
Oh
Yep.
wow! All right. Yeah.
So Pro Tim showed how to build one of those little sensor things on his latest video. Those water sensor things. I would
Like,
never do it because I'm suck at that kind of thing, but somebody might feel comfortable doing it. Eric, you could probably do it for sure.
yeah. Like, what do you mean? Like, if it's getting close to overfilling, or I don't know what you mean.
Yeah,
I
it's
got.
a
I gotta
little
watch that
sensor
video.
that beeps. Yeah, it
Oh,
beeps.
okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Joseph has them too. I think they got the idea from L.R. Brett. Lucas, I think, is the person that was using those.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put me some carpet on the wall.
Carpet.
Yeah, baby.
Carpet.
Oh, Lord
Shaggy
Jesus.
rug or
Carpet.
what?
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Shaggy.
Carpet.
Yeah.
That's because
Shaggy, man.
That's because you know what?
Shaggy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You's a freak. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm a freak, man. Yeah. I put me up some shag carpet, man, like Austin Towers, man. Some shaggy rug. Oh, yeah. Oh, I go back to the 70s on you.
You so crazy.
Oh, yeah. Get my disco light on you.
Between you and that apparatus that shall not be named, we know you pick have some carpet.
What's wrong with the carpet?
I ain't put no carpet on my wall, fool.
It's the fish room, man.
I don't care. Carpet, no. And water, no.
You don't
No,
gotta put it
no,
down on the
no.
floor.
It. Did you hear what I said?
What?
No. I ain't put no carpet on my walls. I might as well put some paper mache.
Yay.
At least I didn't say put some newspaper up.
Yay.
What
I said
happened,
put the
Joseph?
snag up.
Nothing. Just a lot of water. No
Well, you
wires. No electrical. No wires in the way. We're good. But I'm just gonna. It is. It is what it is.
Uh-oh.
The one time I don't put my alarm on there. You know.
What, you got 5 days to go?
4.
4?
I leave on Thursday.
Oh, boy. That's 5.
No.
That's 4. You don't, well,
4.
yeah.
I'm counting. Don't worry.
What time do you leave Thursday?
Let's look at my itinerary.
Yeah. Have you printed it
3:20.
out?
Yes, it's right here. I have everything so organized. You have no idea.
That
So
I
you
have-
know what I use when I travel? I buy one of those little coupon thingies that you can get, the little plastic where you can separate your coupons, and I put all my documents
What's up, Bob?
in there, and I label each tab: 1 hotel, 1 flight, 1 transportation, 1 events. and
Oh,
it all together. You can get one for like $1 at the dollar store if you have
I've got
those.
I've got plastic folders. I have my release form right here for Go Wild Peru. I have my full itinerary. And then in this
Mhm.
folder, I have I've done a lot of film production stuff. I have a
Uh-huh.
production
Your
report for every
outlines.
production report for every day for all 13 days. So I'll keep track of everything that I film, what
Good job.
what SD card I filmed it on, what locations, what dates, notes about everything. For
Nice.
all each one of the pages is individually printed with the date and the day of the trip, day 1 of the trip, day 2 of 13, day 4, blah blah blah.
Good job.
So
Here come
All you need
Chris.
is
yeah,
a clipboard.
that's what somebody else said.
Hey, Chris.
I got so excited because I saw Google Hangouts.
Ben-
I
Oh
almost flooded
God.
my kitchen
And-
Did
too.
you flood your fish?
Not another one. Not another one.
I just yeah, haha.
No, I got off my stream and I took a nap and I just woke up about 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
Dang.
that sounds wonderful. A nice summer nap.
Yeah.
You lucky devil, you.
Well, I didn't do any of the stuff I planned on doing, which was
Oh,
filling up all of my tanks. So
well, maybe not.
Where'd Bob go? Was
I
Bob
don't
leaving?
know. Bob must have left.
Why did he leave? I was trying to say good hi.
Susie
I
Q.
was trying to say hi to him.
He was trying to ask us about keeping a beta with an angelfish.
What?
not a good idea.
No, no, sir.
Male and female beta.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
He's
were like,
special.
that may not be a good
try.
idea, Bob.
Yeah, you can try it.
The
I never
angelfish would probably win the fight too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they're cute. I tell people all the time, oh look, they're so beautiful and graceful. I said, yeah, stick your hand in there.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like piranhas.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
angelfish?
Mine are like that
Yeah,
too.
mine attack the python when I'm trying to clean the water.
As long as they're
crazy.
breeding, yeah, I got a breeding pair in there, and especially if there's eggs in there, you put your hand in there, the male will come right after me.
Angels and discus. But people keep those together, don't they?
Yeah, angel and discus are actually related. They're found
Yeah,
in the
they're
same.
kinda
They're found in the
together.
same. Yeah, they're found in the same ponds and
South
waterways and stuff.
America.
Yeah, in Peru and stuff
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, but
In the Amazon basin.
yeah. And my Esmeralda, she's grown up to be. She gives my snails pure D HE double hockey sticks. She goes after their antenna. And
I think
I saw her dive bomb one of those snails one day. I'm sorry, I laughed. It was funny, but she was like, "I'm like, oh, look at you. You're kind of mean."
Yeah.
Yeah.
My female angelfish, she's not mean. It's the male that's aggressive and protective of the tank and all that. More than anything, they're just pigs, like
Me
Chris's.
too.
They
Yeah,
just
mine are
eat,
pigs
eat.
too.
They'll-
Yep,
they'll-
they
they're
always begging.
Yeah, they're sitting there
Excuse me.
waiting right now. They're waiting for me to get close to the tank, and then they come begging.
Susie
Yep.
Q in the house.
Yeah, Susie Q in the house.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, those angelfish are. I mean, whenever I do a water change, they attack the python. It's like, what are you doing? Stop it!
Knock you
I
in
mean,
your head.
it's freaking hilarious.
I don't have that problem. They
I
leave me
know,
alone.
because yours aren't
Not
big.
yet.
They're
Not
not
yet.
that big yet. Wait till they
Yeah,
get
that's
about
true,
6
yeah.
inches like mine.
Oh,
My
yeah.
3
okay.
big ones.
Still won't have no problems. Watch.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna be different than everybody else. Okay, Bob.
Where's Bob? Is he back?
No.
Not yet.
What happened? Where'd he go?
Watch mine to be different. I'm
Oh,
too evil.
where'd he go? Did he
Yeah.
left, didn't he? Well, no, I wouldn't recommend him putting those in there. I mean, it's just it's like a cockfight.
Yeah, I don't want no aggression. I might as well get a bunch of daggone red devils and put them in a tank.
I'm too evil. Don't bother
Yeah.
me. I'll throw you across the room somewhere.
Okay, big.
I'm kind of overseeing. Well, I saw something on somebody posted. I don't know what Facebook group it was, but somebody posted a video of their tank, and we're wondering why the two sharks that they had in the tank were
Sharks.
not the catfish,
How
catfish,
big easy find.
like iridescent sharks or something like that, tank breakers. But they were still like you could tell they just came from the pet store. They were still like 2 inches long, maybe 2.5 inches long. They had them in there with like they didn't have any school of anything. There was like 2 of one thing, 3 of another, 3 of something else. They had like guppy, catfish, like the iridescent shark, and a couple of harlequin resport or some kind of like tetra. Anyways, it was just like 2 of something, 3 of something, 2 of something, and trying to do a community tank. And I'm so tired of seeing it at this point. I mean, because I don't know. I feel like there's enough people teaching people how to do it right that people should know better and shouldn't be trying to have some like collage of fish in a tank. To me, a community tank is maybe 2 species, 2 schools of 2 different species, and then maybe some bottom feeders. Cleanup crew. Bam, that's a tank, and that's a community because that's more than one species, not a species tank. There's multiples. There's 2 or 3 species in the tank.
Riding on the storm.
Community. And then some snails, and some catfish or Corydora, maybe some Cory
Well, I
cats.
think that if they're all pretty passive fish, I think you could do a community tank with several species, but you're not going to put a bunch of aggressive fish.
Well, we're not
in a
talking about
community tank.
first tanks. So we're talking about like a 20-gallon tank. How can you have more than 2 species and have a proper school of them, and not have too many fish in a 20-gallon tank? Like it doesn't. That's why people end up getting like 2 of something.
Nasty tank.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's
people end up doing like 2 of
disgusting.
something and 3 of
All
something
the
else.
water.
Well,
Ugh.
the question they were asking in the forum was like, why are all the other fish scared? No, why were the catfish? Why were the iridescent sharks freaking out? And they were freaking. You could watch the video and they were freaking
Look
out.
how many water changes you got to do.
But the problem was there was like only 2 or 3 of each species, and there was like 4 or 5 different species of fish, and they were all trying to school together. And the iridescent catfish, they're all schooling around the iridescent catfish, and the catfish were like, they weren't having it. They were like, get away from me. So they kept running over to another part of the tank, and then all the other fish would come over and try to school with them, and they'd run over the other part of the tank. And everybody was explaining the same thing, that you have too many species in the tank, in a 20-gallon tank, and it should have 4 or 5 of the catfish, and it should be a 50 to 100-gallon tank because they're still going to outgrow a 50 or 100-gallon tank and possibly break the glass when they shoot across the tank.
Well, definitely
4 feet.
the sharks will outgrow the tank.
Yeah, they shouldn't even be in the hobby,
room
as far
for
as I'm concerned.
territory.
Unless you have 400 or 500-gallon aquariums.
Well, it's
have
gonna
iridescent
be.
sharks there.
I think that some people are just.
I want my day's records back.
I think some people are just
want
like
my
stubborn
days
that
back.
way, and they'll learn the hard way. But
Well,
unfortunately,
it starts with
it'll
the
be
pets.
at the expense
Yeah.
of the pet store. They're for
They
their
start
margins
with
and
them
their
selling
profit.
it.
They don't give a damn.
Well, you think
They could
Corey
care
has
less.
Fuck.
exactly? You think Corey has iridescent sharks? No. Do you think he has red-tailed sharks? No.
Yeah, but
No.
Corey's
Can't
not the
stand
He
them.
knows better.
average pet
Right.
store though. You have
Well,
to. He's
I
not
don't know.
even. Yeah, he's
My
because
red
he's a
tail
Them
does pretty
fin
hobbyist.
good with my
nipples.
tank.
Corey is a
What's up,
hobbyist
Matthew?
first,
Can't
and
stand
then
them
he's
My
a
red tail
pet store
sharks.
my
owner.
rainbow sharks does pretty good with my Tanganyikas.
Hey,
Yeah, but how big is the tank too, though?
Yeah, that's true.
Like
55.
150.
It's
Huh?
a 30.
30? Really?
I,
Oh, that was
I've been
55-gallon
I've been
tank.
blowing it up. I've been blowing it up on YouTube.
Hmm.
Nah,
Well,
he's in a 90. He's cool.
okay.
I know he was
Yeah.
I'm just
lying.
playing, bro. I'm just playing.
Liar! He lying.
I'm
That
just trying to break the ice.
big. How many
Damn.
Benadryl did you take?
4.
Oh Jesus!
You're still talking? You're still awake?
I think it did the opposite. You know, Benadryl affects different. It's an
Yeah.
upper for some people. Because it
Uh,
does
Well,
have
it'll do that
you
for
wanna
me
hear the
for the
rest out of the
stimulant in it.
pussy?
Yeah, that's my daughter.
crash.
Telling
You
me to
cannot
put
give her-
carpet on my wall. I know you tripping.
Shaggy bad. Shaggy bad. We
No,
Austin
Jesus.
Powers,
The
man.
offense. The
Yeah.
offense.
Disco ball.
Jesus.
What else?
This the ball, man. We gonna party, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
going
got
to
a weird
turn you down.
You're cut off.
Okay. I'm going to put you. I'm going to mute you myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm about to go.
3 weeks later, she's gonna
Oh,
forget about
Lord.
it. So I'm
You
just
don't
Oh,
have to turn
Jesus.
on the red light.
Oh, Lord. Bless his heart. I missed him this week, though. I'm going to keep it real.
Oh yeah.
I do have one funny situation. I have a 5-gallon, one of the cheap little plastic hexagon 5-gallon aquariums.
Lord, he about to flood the fucking house.
Listen,
Dollar.
and
$10.
listen, and I got
We done did
I
it
have a
already.
I have a school of cherry shrimp in there, like not a school, a colony of cherry shrimp. Like there's at least 40 or 50 cherry shrimp in this 5-gallon
Oh,
aquarium,
wow.
and a beta fish.
What?
And the beta fish does not touch the shrimp. I have every size of shrimp in there, and he doesn't touch them. He only eats krill pellets. He only eats pellets that I put in the tank.
No, it's just you don't see them. Because
I have-
he's
I have-
active at night. You would have a lot more.
No, he's got a. He's just passive. He's got some kind of beta herpes.
Oh,
He's got this.
that's
he's
right.
got
That's
that.
the tank you don't touch, right?
No, I don't do anything with it.
No
He's got a
touchy,
big
touchy.
blister. He's got a big blister on his side, and I've
No
read about it.
touchy,
It's completely contagious. So I don't deal with the tank. I barely even give him water changes.
No
I mean,
Yeah,
a
you
little
talked
bit.
about that tank before.
No
Yeah,
touchy,
but
touchy.
he's just really passive because he's kind of sick. I mean, but he's got enough energy. He eats. He's happy. He's happy, but he grew up with these shrimp. He's got no reason to eat them. He just doesn't think about it. He watches them eat his leftover food or something. But
Well, we always
They're
say
his
the
homies.
results may vary. Results
yeah,
may vary.
exactly. Well, it's just because it's his situation. He was sick when I got him as a rescue, and he was white when I got him, and he turned blue after 2 months with me. I had turned solid blue, and he was nice and healthy, but that white blister thing just started to get bigger no matter how many water changes. So I'm basically just giving him a happy life until his end, and he's polite and respectful of the shrimp. But the shrimp are doomed too. I'm not doing anything. The shrimp will never get mixed with anything else either because I'm afraid that they could carry the bacteria as well. And so they're stuck in there with him until the end. And
It's like
know.
what is it called? Predator. What do the Catholics believe in? Purgatory.
Purgatory, pretty much. The old tank, yep. And the little plastic. It used to be a quarantine tank. It's a little plastic. The plastic hexagon 5-gallon.
I had
marine
one of those.
thing. But I've been thinking about getting a whole bunch of those. Maybe not the hexagon, but getting like 5 or 6 of those, and so I can do like a shrimp breeding program where I literally take like 3 or 4 shrimp in each one, and just like force them to breed off with each other to try to selectively breed Caridina shrimp.
That's what I plan on breeding my white clouds in. 5.5, but it's glass.
Oh, glass ones.
Yeah.
I'm
know
just
the
going
little
cheap.
cheap ones you can buy.
Yeah.
They're like maybe $7.99, $8 at the store.
Not here. That's the thing. Nothing's cheap here.
Yeah, you got
Well, I gotta
everything
go
is
with
imported
glass.
where you live.
That's why I gotta I get them off of Amazon, but I'm still gonna pay $20 or $30 for the plastic 5 or 6 gallon guys.
Back cost money. Oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
Money, money,
Easy.
money. No.
Money, money, money.
I
I'll be
still have
back,
to.
guys.
All right. I gotta edit the news.
Oh
I
yeah.
filmed it, but I have to edit it.
Easy does it. Oh,
I
easy.
am so like almost packed. I'm getting my stuff down. I'm getting it all tight. All my stuff's
Remember,
ready to go.
you have to have your clean underwear.
Plenty of them, yes. That's pretty much
Mommy
all.
say
I'm
to
only
have
bringing.
clean underwear.
I'm only bringing 4 pairs of clothes. One traveling, the clothes to travel on the airplane, and they'll get cleaned when we get there. They send the laundry out to a laundromat to be cleaned. So our traveling clothes will get cleaned when we get there, and then we'll get them back, and we won't even wear them for the rest of the trip. So we'll have a clean pair of clothes to leave in when we're done, and then I'll have 3 pairs of clothes for while I'm there. I'll have 2 pairs of clothes that will be my like expedition daily like go out adventure clothes, and then I'll have another pair of clothes like outfit that I'll be like my comfortable like lounge around the house kind of comfortable and warm stuff because it will be getting down to possibly like 65 degrees in the evenings. But we're looking at temperatures of about 85 degrees during the day. Maybe up into some of the days we're looking at maybe 92 degrees during the day, and then it will drop down to about 65 to 70 degrees in the evening.
Remember, Lieutenant Dan said you must keep your feet clean.
Oh, that's another one I keep trying to tell people about. Just keep them dry. No, we're gonna be wet. We're gonna be in the rivers and stuff, and we're gonna be in the water for 6 days in a row. So the goal is when we get back to our camp, or back to the house there, the base camp. You take your shoes off, and I have foot powder and powder up your feet, and just wear flip flops around the house. Wear sandals around the house. Your feet can dry out for half the day too, so that you don't end up like really wearing your feet out. So you got to have a nice balance during the day with that. And
Yeah, you
the
gotta
owner of the
air 'em
expedition
out.
recommended that too. Yeah, he wears what are those like? What are they called? The like cooks wear, those clogs that cooks wear.
Crocs.
What's the brand name? Crocs.
Them
Because
jailhouse shoes.
he brings a pair of Crocs, and during the evenings around the house he just wears Crocs so that his feet can dry out, and that's what he recommends to do, or something like that. But I'm only taking my backpack and carry-on. No, I don't want a chance of anything getting lost. Everything's gonna be in with me. So it's tight. I'm packing like a Boy Scout. I am a Boy Scout. So
You got overpacked to the point.
Once a
where
Boy
there's
Scout.
No room.
no,
No
I'm leaving
overpack.
for sticks and rocks and stuff. I pack fish, but I'm gonna bring back hardscape. I'm
Don't
gonna
forget your army fish knife.
They're gonna stop me in customs for rocks in my backpack.
Rocks in my soul.
Drinking on some scissors.
Sipping on some scissors.
But yeah, I've had a few people ask me to bring them back rocks or sticks. So they put them in the fish tank, and I didn't think at first. Priscilla asked me, and I was like,
Priscilla says,
"You want me to bring you a rock? You want a rock?" I was like, "Rock?" And I was thinking about, I was like, "Why would she want a rock?" And then I'm like, "Duh! Like, what am I? Fish people? We need hardscape in our fish tanks." I was like, light went off in my head. I wasn't thinking straight.
Face on it. Or
Bro,
turn me over on the other side.
Smoke it.
Turn me over, please.
What are you gonna say, Matthew?
I lost it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I totally lost it.
Yeah. Thanks, Eric.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's pretty hot outside. It's a good.
Let me find Priscilla.
The dog's running around right now, and yeah.
She don't love me anymore.
I gotta go to the store, get an energy drink. I haven't even started to edit the news.
Ooh yeah.
I'm trying to bootleg Premiere. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah. That's nice.
I need something else to edit with. I can't do this Hit Films 4 Express anymore. It is a painful experience, and I really do enjoy editing film. I'm an artist. It's fun to me, but the computer needs to work and the software needs to work. If as long as everything's smooth and I can just click, cut, move something over, add a transition, just boom, boom, do my thing. I love to edit. It's like I get off on it. It's fun. It's very enjoyable. But when the computer starts to freeze up, like for me right now with the software I'm using, every 3 moves I make, like I'll cut something and move it, drag it over, and maybe do a transition or cut another piece and drag it over.
And
If I don't
busy
go and
all day.
save,
Isn't your sister-in-law in the
if I don't
hospital?
go and save like every 2 or 3 edits or movements, I could lose a lot because when the computer freezes up with the software, I have to reboot the software and I lose everything that I didn't save. So like every 3 or 4 cuts, I go and I save, and then do a little bit more work, and then save, hit the save button again. And it's the only way, and it's kind of a painful experience. I catch myself cussing and freaking out on the computer, and it's just because I'm using free. It's beyond cheap. It's free software.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking into that. $15 a month or something. Make it easy.
I'm not even gonna do that. Nope, sir. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be a bad boy. I'm gonna be a pirate for a little while.
Yeah, little more, huh?
Well, I paid like 30 or 40. No, it's $39.99 a month.
For Premiere, what, CS6, right?
Yeah, for my internet.
Yeah, and if you want the whole suite, oh no, for your internet, I'm talking about not internet. I'm talking about editing software.
Oh,
But you know, nowadays the way CS6 works, Adobe Premiere CS6 or whatever, or the Adobe Suite CS6, you can download it for free or whatever, but it's not, you can't open it up and it won't unlock and you can't use it unless you pay monthly, and it's like for the whole suite, for everything, After Effects, Lightroom, all this stuff, all the extra software with it, it's $59 a month. Forever, like every month you have to pay for it. You can get just Premiere for $25 or $20 a month, but you can bootleg CS5 for free. Just saying, I'm not condoning it or anything. I'm just saying those are your options.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm over this free software though. That's for sure.
Yeah, yes.
I'm trying to make quality stuff. Yeah, Priscilla, what's up? She didn't know I was here. That's why she's hanging out. That's why she's.
Yeah, that's why she said yeah, yes.
She came on.
Yeah, yes.
Should be in the panel.
She got
Listen to her. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yes.
I went and got her.
Second comment. She already called me a sucker.
I went to go find her.
Oh,
I had to go find her.
I know you did. I heard you. You went and hunted her down.
You know I was.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah.
You know I go find her when I want her.
Yeah, yes. Hi, buddy.
So I'm super organized.
Super
ready.
Have you seen her? Have you seen her?
No.
That's an old song.
Ooh.
Have you seen
Alright.
her?
Just pay it and.
I saw that too. Just when it came out.
I just paid it and
Priscilla.
shut up.
Mm-hmm.
What you
Collect
just paid,
200,
Priscilla?
pass go.
No, she's telling me to just pay for it and shush.
Oh, she tell you to pay and just
My
shut up.
internet company sent me $100 on a debit card, so I was all happy today.
Well, they're gonna make you pay it back, so what the problem?
Yeah, they're gonna give it back to
Double
us.
time.
Hey, but let's be honest, am I ever not gonna pay him?
Yeah, you gonna pay it
I
back.
didn't pay mine. They just cut mine off. I'm on the free stuff now. I'm not paying that bill until I get back from Peru. I'm sorry. I need the money, and I can't. I'm not spending it on my internet. I owe them $289, and they shut me out. They cut off my internet until I pay the bill. But whatever.
That girl don't have a TV set. She gonna be mad at you.
When I get back, though, I'm gonna change the account to. I'm gonna switch over to fiber optic. For $110 a month, I'm gonna do fiber optic, which will give me 10 megabytes up and down, put on a fiber line, so it'll be
Oh, that girl.
no glitches,
She have no
no
TV
flickers,
set.
no
Nice.
flickers at all.
You want go watch
It'd be
TV?
great
in
for
your room?
streaming.
What's that? Upload, download 10? Or what is it?
Yeah, 10 megabytes up
Huh?
and down, but that'll be fiber optic, so there's no
you
glitches,
got
there's no little flickers in it or nothing. It's fiber optic.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's steady. It's smooth.
I'm just trying to
And
think.
for live streaming, it'll be great. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah, I'm
paying
sure as
for
I
it.
get done with this,
$10
we'll go play.
$110 a
Oh,
month.
we'll watch TV. Okay.
Yeah. I pay. Yeah. I got 100 up and down here.
What? 100 up and down, but is that fiber optic? What are you on? You on a cable? Is it cable internet? Eric Matthews
What?
audio is running it. What happened to Eric?
I have no idea. I'm sitting here
No,
playing
I was-
Call of Duty and talking to you guys at the same time, so my internet's not that bad.
They put the lines in the wall the other day.
Oh, he had to. What do you have to do? He froze up. Is what happened? He said his phone's hot. Is what it says in the chat. What is that? $700 a year? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in the end, to get Adobe CS6, you end up paying $700 a year, which is what you would like. That's what it was. That's what it used to cost to buy the software. Basically, it was $699 for the whole suite. When you had to buy it in a box at like Office Max, you're paying like $699 for it anyways. So it's like, it basically you're paying the same amount if you use it annually, and then every time there's an upgrade, it's not like you ever have to buy a new software. That software will always be upgraded for you as long as you have the account. So there's no, basically, you're still paying for a new software every year. That's what it comes down to. It's not like it ever gets any cheaper, though. I don't know. I feel like that's just, it's hard for me to bite that one until I'm making enough money to afford that. $700 a year is, or even $60 a month is a lot when I barely make $60 a month off of Google AdSense from 106 videos on YouTube. Like, I need to make more money off of my channel before I can afford to do that. I don't know. I guess you gotta put it out before you get it back, right?
Right.
Gotta spend money to make money.
I don't ever expect to make any money off of any of this. I just actually have fun just talking with people, and
Oh yeah,
you know,
I do spend a lot of I put a lot of time though into some of this content, like the news. I've
Oh,
spent half
sure.
my day on that video today, between researching all morning from 7 o'clock this morning and last night. I got on the chat and met with everybody and kind of some of the people in here, Mad Fish Diva and stuff, and we kind of all, like, they actually helped me with being my editorial team. But then in the end, I spend at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours altogether just to make that one video, including everything that I do, filming it and editing it. I still have to edit it. I'm going to spend at least 2 hours to edit that tonight. I still got to go to the store and get myself a Monster drink and then I'm going to be trying not to fall asleep while I'm editing. But I feel like I'll put a lot of time into YouTube, like a lot of time, and travel around the world for YouTube. But if we can make enough money to be one day to be like, I'd love for it to be a full-time gig where I can spend my time just making content, like, so I'm doing other stuff now too on the side to try to make it full-time. I'm working with a friend of mine here I've been planning on him being my personal Jimmy eventually, paying him $25 an hour to edit film for me, but he wants to go into business with me to do wedding cinematography here in the islands where we've got all the this is a wedding destination, so we're looking at putting together some packages and start creating wedding videos for weddings and stuff when they come to the island and stuff. So my goal is to do that in YouTube and be able to eventually go full time doing cinematography, period, like between the two.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I
don't believe Priscilla.
How they do their videos, man. So there's a lot of people that put a lot of time into them.
Yeah, Priscilla, I don't believe in reaching too far too fast. I think that we only limit ourselves, and you can make whatever you want as fast as you want it to happen. You just have to put your mind to it and sacrifice everything else. I don't believe in doing too much too fast, moving too far too fast. Unless you're just dumping all your money into it, and now you're broken poor and you can't eat because you spent all your money on it and you're not getting anything in return. I feel like if you do it right.
Every bit about my life, then.
Well, that goes to the fish hobby, right?
That's the American dream.
Nothing to do with filmmaking.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just a fish hobby right there.
I mean, dang. You just put my entire life like right there.
Yeah.
You know the worst part is when you're okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, to me, if they're okay with it, that means that you're following your passions and your dreams and you're doing what you love. The sacrifice is worth it to you, and that's just, to me, that's a lot of people that I think are successful. It's because they're not just trying to make money; they're doing something that they love. So the sacrifice is worth it to them. Like me living off of macaroni and cheese and frozen pizza so that I can go to Peru is kind of like, I don't have a problem with that because I'm living my dreams and I'm happy. I mean, I could cry about it, but I'm doing what I wanted. It's what I want to do, and I'm happy. So it's not really that bad. It's just part of the sacrifice to make my dreams come true, kind of thing. I don't know. It's different for everybody, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have a pretty. The job that I have is the job that I wanted when I was probably about 8.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it took a little bit of work to get where I'm at, and what I'm doing. But, I mean, I saw somebody doing my job when I was a little kid, and I said to myself, I want to do that. Well, I'm doing that, and I'm pretty happy. I mean, yeah, it sucks that it doesn't pay me, but, I mean, I've never thought about that as a kid either. And I still don't care about how much it pays because, I mean, I'm happy.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, it's, little things like, I mean, I have a seizure disorder and stuff like that. So little things is tough, like even today when I was trying to send a package to Kevin, it was really hard to write the address down on it because I could barely get my hands to stop shaking.
Oh, wow.
Stuff like that. So, it's pretty cool to have a decent job, that you're happy with, considering you never thought you would at some point in your life.
Yeah.
That's so I mean, you going to Peru is freaking awesome, dude, because people, a lot of people aren't ever going to be there.
Yeah.
No, I just told myself I was going to do it. Like, I could say, I don't know how to describe it to people. It's not.
Oh, no, I understand entirely.
If anything, it's selfish. Maybe it's selfish, but it's like I literally just told myself, I'm going to Peru.
I guess it is.
I think I could ask them if they was
in a way, because if you weren't selfish, you'd have better internet. We could hear you now. I'm just kidding, bro.
See right now.
I'm just playing, man.
No, but but his stream one night, and he said, no, I asked him if there was. I said it would be really awesome to go on that trip. You know, I just made a comment, and he said, well, you can go. There's room to go. You could still go on the trip. And that was like he's basically opening the invitation for me. He had started that trip at one point, and I was like, oh, really? Like, I can go? I was like, well, I'm going. If it's
That's
he's
awesome.
gonna have a problem, and no one's gonna, you know. And I just told myself, I'm going. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any of that money. I just paid it instead of paying my bills, and then figured out how I was gonna pay my bills still too.
Well,
You know,
yeah,
like,
that's the honestly that's how everybody goes places though.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
thing is too is
unless
I am grateful not to have dependents, and like I wouldn't probably make those choices if I had children and I had to put food in their mouth. I mean, I could live off of macaroni and cheese, but of course, if I had kids, it would probably influence those those choices a little differently. But that's why this is the time to do it while I'm still in that position that I can do it. So I'm gonna do it while I can, because one day I will have children and I won't be able to just jump up and buy a $1,400 plane ticket to Peru and eat macaroni and cheese and hot dogs and frozen pizza until I work 2 jobs to make it back up, you know. And anyways, I still can't, I guess, is where I'm at. And I'm just like, I burned a lot of time sitting on this island, goofing off, enjoying island life, and pretty much doing nothing. Experiences and done some cool stuff, but have some awesome stories I could write in a book. But none of that puts food on my table either, you know. So now's the time to put myself in the fifth gear here and hustle.
Yeah.
Hustle the side hustle until it becomes my full-time hustle. I get to play with it, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's the plan. If I was living in the States, I'd be breeding fish, but I'll breed fish, but I have no place to sell them here. I would be in trouble if the $1 a gallon sale in the States. I'd have a basement with 100 plus fish tanks in it. And I'd be running between 3 different cities trying to drop off
Isn't
fish
that
to
this
fish stores.
upcoming weekend?
Which one? I leave in 4 days. I leave on the what?
I think the $1 per gallon sale starts in
Oh yeah.
a couple days.
I wouldn't know.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, but
I
you
do
got a
want to
big
come to the
island.
States to do.
That's
Ooh,
all you have to
that's
say.
another
$3 per
too.
gallon sale. I got an island.
Does anybody know anybody in Fort Lauderdale, Florida?
Nope.
Nope.
Diva does.
What's his name? No, not Jeter. Wow, that's the wrong one. Eater. What's his first name? The shrimp guy.
The shrimp guy.
Grant Eater. You guys don't know who Grant Eater is? I met him at the Chicago Experience. He's a really big. He has a website called The Garden of Eater. His name is Grant Eater. He has a he shows up at a lot of conventions, freshwater conventions, but he's a really big shrimp breeder, award-winning shrimp breeder. And he lives 4 hours away from Fort Lauderdale. But I posted a post in
Get off of that.
in the Greater Florida Area Aquarium Society. I'm just trying to find somebody that will like host me. I'm stuck in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on Friday the 13th, this next Friday, for 14 hours. And I'm trying to get someone to host me that's like someone from a fish club, a fish society, total fish nerd, to like maybe if I could talk. I mean, I'll get a taxi if I have to get to them, but like it would be nice to like link up with them and go hit a couple of fish stores and do some fish store tours, or maybe I'm gonna be coming in at like 8 o'clock on Thursday night, and I don't fly out until 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon. So like I could literally stay at somebody's house that night, and then the next day we could hit a couple of fish stores. I want to find someone crazy because I want to do something kind of crazy on Thursday night because I like to dumpster dive, and I would love to go do. No, I would love to go get on my phone and do a live stream dumpster dive on Thursday night in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and hit some Petco and PetSmart garbage cans and just go dumpster diving. And like, I won't be able to take anything with me, but I'd still find some cool stuff and like let the other person that I'm with, they can keep everything, fish tanks, whatever we find, they can have it. But I need to find some crazy fish person, man, that wants to like build some content with me for 14 hours.
If you're coming to Arizona. I would totally do that.
I'd just stay up all night. We would just like.
I'd have to come home with like, I'd take some gum and like attach a receipt to my hat and all that stuff, so my wife would freak out. Like, where you been? Dumpster diving, baby.
Yeah. That's one thing I've always wanted to go back to States to do. Just be fun. And with my YouTube channel is like live stream dumpster dive, pet store garbage cans in the middle of the night. Oh man, that'd be so cool. I have like 4 days to like find the perfect crazy fish person. It's not too old, you know. Someone's got to be a little younger because older people are like, I'm not going dumpster diving. I can't find like the president.
It depends.
The president of a fish club. He's probably not, you know. But if I find somebody that's just
All
the right
right, see
age,
you later.
crazy enough. What's up? Who's leaving? Oh, Priscilla's out of here. Listen to her. She's giving me. Listen to her. She's gonna give me stuff. Whatever. Sounds responsible. It's only illegal if you get caught.
Exactly.
It's only illegal if it's illegal in that county.
Nobody likes
no,
a
it's
quitter.
actually the way the law works is it's illegal to take garbage off of private property. Garbage is public domain, but if the garbage can is on private property, not on the street, on the sidewalk, on the street, which is public property, see, that's where you could go to somebody's house, and if their dumpster's by the road on the sidewalk is public domain, and that means that garbage can is free for all for you. Legally, garbage is public domain.
Not all cities.
Well, maybe
Like
not all
last-
cities or maybe not all neighborhoods. If you're in a private neighborhood,
Like
you probably wouldn't really get away with it. But
Yeah.
those are the basic rules. So when if you get in trouble for dumpster diving like behind a PetSmart, it's because that dumpster is you're on private property. You're on that strip mall's property, and if they've got a strip mall security guard, he can kick you off the property.
Mhm.
But as far as I know, in most states, maybe not all, but most states, garbage is public domain as long as the garbage can is on public property.
Yeah.
It's got to be on the sidewalk or on the curb or out on the road, which is public property.
Yeah.
If it's in their yard or up by their house, then you're trespassing. Or
That's
you know, I
not
wouldn't
fun,
be. Yeah. No, I just want to hit pet stores, man. I just want to hit pet stores to find cool stuff, like find some fish tanks or whatever.
Why didn't you just say, "Hey, I want to find somebody that'll break the law with me"?
No, you're not helping.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll find somebody. Maybe not. I should have planned this a little sooner. Either way, I will definitely. I'm sure I'll get somebody, even if it's just a fish store, that will okay me to come to their fish store in that 14 hours, like that the day of Friday or whatever. In the morning, I'll go do a fish store tour. Even if I have to take a taxi from the airport to the fish store and then figure out my way back to the airport, I will go to a fish store. If I've got 14 hours, I'm not sitting in that airport for 14 hours. Not when I've got all this camera equipment and I could be doing something cool that I don't get to do on the little rock that I live on. I'm going to a fish store. There's a lot of really cool fish stores in Fort Lauderdale. I've been looking them up, but I haven't called anybody yet. I was going to wait till, I don't know, Monday morning.
Why don't you call Seacrest Farms?
Seacrest is... I thought Seacrest is closer to Orlando or something. Seagrass.
Yeah.
I think Sun Pets is closer to Fort Lauderdale than any of them. Sun Pets. They have fish,
Yeah.
but I don't know that they're not a farm though. That they just have a warehouse full of fish tanks.
From the store.
Not like in a
What you do is you get on the phone and you tell them, "Oh yeah, I'm Jay Wilson," and then I'll be there. You just show up.
Well,
No, I'm the other.
The other.
I'm sorry. That would be funny. Nah, that sounds like a good
What
idea.
do
though, man.
what's her name? Jenny live at?
Who? Jimmy who?
Golden. What she live at in Florida?
Are you talking about
Jenny.
Solid Gold?
Yeah.
Solid Gold.
yeah, Solid Gold's in Florida.
Yeah, but she's not in. Where is that? Chris? Chris.
Yeah.
yep.
I thought that I recognized the voice over there and a little bit ago. Anyways,
I was filling all my tanks up, so I wasn't actively engaging.
let me go search. But Solid Gold, I don't know where she's. I don't know that she. I don't know that I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm not worried about that.
That seems like fish
It
fam.
should be a
Fish
good
fam.
lookout.
Come
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd probably be.
She gonna come out with both black sides.
Yeah.
I'd probably be. I mean, if I was trying to get subs, maybe it would make sense, right? Like if that's what my plan was.
Well, isn't
Like,
that
I mean,
your-
she does have a lot of stubs, but
Yeah,
It's not the subs. If you're looking for a contact, there's a contact.
yeah, but she's not in Fort Lauderdale though. I don't think.
Well, I mean,
I'm looking. I'm searching. But she's not a business. Like she's just her She's just a YouTube channel. So she doesn't
yeah,
even like.
but-
She's not a facility
Yeah,
where she
but,
doesn't
I mean-
want people showing up at her house.
she's in DeLand, Florida.
Probably
See,
think
she's
that
in
I'm a
DeLand where you're
creeper.
at. No,
She
dude,
probably
I don't
think that I'm a
so. I
creeper
wouldn't
and
think
scared.
that. I honestly wouldn't
You
think
would-
that
You
because
wouldn't think.
well, dude, you don't think that when you put yourself out there on YouTube every day, every week
Well, right.
like that.
At least I'm
you know,
like.
people
at
are
least-
gonna want to say, "Hey, look, would you like to do a collab on a video with me while I'm here?"
Right.
You know, I mean, it's not creeper thing. I wouldn't look at it like that.
True.
You know, I'm in Arizona, and there's a lot of people that are YouTubers in Arizona. You know, I mean, yeah, I see all kinds of them.
What about
let's
Big?
see the-
Where's
There's the
he at?
Aquarium Club. Wait, no.
It was crazy sound.
What about where's that one fish, two fish, or whatever? I think he's there.
One fish, two fish.
That's a
Yeah,
female.
she's up north, isn't she?
This is New York.
Yeah,
New York. Yeah.
yeah, she's
Big
up there
J.
where the Sam Squatches are.
Oh,
Where's Big J at in Florida?
closest city to DeLand, Florida is Dayton Beach.
Yeah. When I type in
Orlando.
if I go to with the planettank.net, there's a page and I search up Fort Lauderdale aquarium clubs. There's a thread in here that's got and I found them online, but the only thing I found was the Gold Coast Aquarium Society, which is Miami and Fort Lauderdale. They've got two.
Let's see who's
And-
in chat. Where's Chaz at?
But there's not really a lot like close. That's the only one that seems it's close to Fort Lauderdale.
Chaz got everybody on here.
There's the Gulf Coast Aquarium Club. But that's where I posted. I went to the Gold Coast Aquarium Society. I went to their Facebook page.
Hey, I like what Q said. Throw it out there after your news.
I already filmed the news.
Well, yeah, but you can do like a 30-second video and post it. People are gonna watch it.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I just
Do it at
found
the end
though
of your
the
news all the time on personal news. This is blah 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 blah. What's going on? That
that's a
wouldn't hurt
good
anything
one.
at all.
There you go. We're only going to ask for at least 10% rights. I'm just playing, just playing.
Wait, Fort
Shark
Lauderdale.
Tank. Shark Tank.
Wait a minute. Isn't Fort Lauderdale is Southern Florida? I don't know why. I thought Fort Lauderdale was up on the Panhandle.
Fort Lauderdale's down south.
Okay, by
Yeah, it's
Miami.
like-
Okay, so July 11th, they're having their meeting at 7:30 on the 11th, Wednesday the 11th, the day before I fly out. The Aquarium Society is having their meeting at the American Legion Hall. in
Bro, you
Cooper
can
City,
have a beer
Florida.
and go to American Legion.
No, I'm not going to be there yet. The point is, though, is if I harass these people before that meeting, somebody can maybe like spread the word at the meeting. I'm thinking real deep here. I'm really pushing here.
He's planning ahead as much as he can.
No, this is what's called. It's called the Gold Coast Aquarium Society, and they're the Gold Coast Aquarium Society of South Florida, and they have their monthly meeting on the 11th, the day before I fly out, and I'll be there on the 13th, 2 days after the meeting. So like if I contact through this website, like Peter Nemeth will be there, presentation by Craig D'Altillo and Peter Nemeth. They're both going to be speaking. Anyways, interesting. There'll be raffle door prizes and a mini aquarium contest. Oh wait, no, a mini auction, along with refreshments.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I won't be there. Oh, and the only way to contact them is I gotta like fill out a form and give them my email address.
I wonder
Board
if
of
James is
Directors.
gonna be. I wonder if James is going to be hosting another one next year. I felt bad because I was. He was hosting a aquarium thing in like a fish group thing in Arizona, and I didn't get a chance to go because I was out of town. Oh, that's what it was. I was in Flagstaff. I was going up to the snow with Mermaid and the one that's never home. I drove by and I'm like, man, I could be here. I could be there right now. You guys want to go? I felt bad. As he asked me why I didn't go. It's like, I really wanted to.
Oh boy.
Is the ACAs going on right now?
That already happened, didn't it?
That's what I'm
What?
asking. I guess that's
I
what I'm
think it was
asking.
like last week.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to Google it. I'm about there right now.
Because I've been seeing all kinds of on Instagram and a bunch of people's feeds that they were there. Oh, Cunningham and Jay and all of them. I didn't know if it was still going on or what.
Yeah, let's see.
Get turned on.
Is that where I posted it? It is. Yep. I did, and I don't see it in the postings, but I know that, like I said, Grant Eater responded, so I know it's posted on their page. There's that weird alien noise. I know that's Big Easy.
That's Big Easy.
Sounded like a toothbrush.
It sounds like a freaking we know what. We went through this the other night. We talked about this last night.
I went with the toothbrush. I don't know what you're thinking of.
I don't know.
A back massager.
There we go. That's it. Alrighty. I should contact. There's gotta be a way to message somebody. Oh, there we go. Send email. What was that?
Watch.
Let me know. Hey, when I get done, honey, I'm gonna make dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna make, but I'll make something. Get some pizza.
Got one tank empty.
Yeah, but I ate them.
Mm-mm.
Oh no. Is my Xbox like bad? I don't think you guys can hear my Xbox sound.
I hear the machine gun every once in a while.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel bad now. I'll turn it down.
No,
I
it's not
can't
bad.
even hear it. I can't even
Sounds
hear
like
it 'cause
someone
I
in
got
the kitchen.
headphones in. I got headphones in. I don't even know why it's up so loud, to be honest. It's I'm playing Call of Duty and I'm trying to get something.
Let's see what this camera looks like. There we go.
That's funny, bro. I didn't even know you could hear the machine gun until you said that. I just thought about it right now.
Funny thing is that I'm in here with you guys talking on the stream, and it's playing on my Xbox in the living room. My wife is watching it.
I love doing that, dude. I do that all the time. I watch a lot of people's videos like that on Xbox in here.
I only
Stop listening.
watch YouTube videos on my computer if I want to interact on the stream. Otherwise, I watch everything on my Xbox because choice of a 21-inch screen on my laptop or a 70-inch screen in the living room.
Does it come out as clear? That's the only thing that I have a problem with. Is sometimes it'll come out a little bit, fuzzy or like a 720.
Now I got 100 megabit down internet. I don't have issues with my internet at all in the living room. My Xbox is wired directly to the cable modem.
Mine, and so is mine, and that's I guess it might be some videos then.
Well, it also depends on the output. Like if I were to change my view over here to the actual video feed, it looks a little bit fuzzy, but not too terribly bad. Are those Tanganyikans?
On me?
No, on the screen. But Eric.
I think it's Victorians that you're looking at.
They're what?
I think they're Victorians.
Oh, okay.
I forgot which kind, though, to be honest.
Oh. The drawback to watching or being on the computer in the fish room is it's 90 in here. In the living room, it's toasty 70, maybe 68. So much more comfortable in the living room.
Yeah. It's hot as heck out here.
Well, they need to fix the app on YouTube so that you can live stream from your Kinect sensor if you want to.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. But I honestly don't think that the Kinect is actually that good of a camera. I don't think that the clarity on it's that high yet. Because when you go in to set it up,
yeah,
and you look at yourself and where it's facing to see for the points. Nah, so that's what I think. Maybe if you could like run a camera off of the HDMI to upload, you know what I mean? Maybe something like that. I don't know.
Or maybe a USB webcam.
Yeah.
I mean, the camera that you guys are seeing when I talk, that's a webcam. It's a cheap webcam. It's a $20 webcam. It does 1080p.
Cool.
All right, I'm
3 of them.
I'm begging. I sent a private message to the webmaster of the Gold Coast Aquarium Society of South Florida Facebook page.
Nice.
Might as well try.
Did you send them a link to your YouTube channel so that they could see that you're not some random guy?
No, my face. It's all over the Facebook page. But wait, there is also an email info at.
It should be like they know me.
No, whatever. But either way, like I just put it out there to the person that like, you know, that I'd like to experience the local fish community there in Fort Lauderdale when I have 14. You know, if I have 14 hours there, it'd be nice to at least check out one of the best fish stores or something. You know, or see a fish room. Maybe go see an awesome breeder. You know, maybe they could recommend a really cool breeder that I could link up with and go to his house. But I feel like my best bet. This is perfect that I can put this out there to like the webmaster's probably the president of the Aquarium Society or one of the main people on the council of the Aquarium Society, and their meeting is on Wednesday, and it's like a perfect opportunity to do this now before their meeting because they could spread the word at the meeting, and I might have a better chance. That would be cool. It'd be cool if I could make it. If not, I'll stay at the airport for 14 hours. No, I won't. I'll get if the worst case scenario, I'll get a taxi to like the #1 rated fish store, which I think is called Exotic Aquatic is the name of the place. And that's like rated the #1 fish store in Fort Lauderdale. And I'll just get a taxi there from the fish store and get a taxi back to the airport. And
get an Uber, it's cheaper.
Get an Uber.
Yeah,
I don't trust
Uber.
Uber.
Lyft. Hey,
I don't trust them.
I would trust a Lyft or an Uber, man, and just tell them you need an SUV for your equipment.
An SUV.
Can you
for my
can you bring
carry-on?
a black? Yeah.
I need a black tinted window SUV with 20-inch rims, please.
They're gonna be like, do we have the president?
But yeah, no, these are Victorians. Yeah, zebra obliquated. You know, I got a fish I'm looking at too. Is
he's gone.
Blue obliquated. Blue
Did
obliquated.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Blake? Did you see the video on Blake's aquatic animal Ranch.
Oh man, we gotta mute that.
Who is that?
That's
Not
Biggie
me.
snoring.
I'll give you guys a peek. Oh, Jeff Rose Fish Keeping is live. That's why Priscilla left us. She left us to go to Jeff Rose Fish Keeping's live stream.
Nah.
Yeah, huh? I know that's why she left. Anyways, no, I got a video for you guys. If you haven't seen it, this is leaking the news.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
No, it's serious. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's really unfortunate and sad, but it's probably the most devastating thing on the that happened this week.
Oh, the what
I can't watch it. I freaking cried when I saw it the first time. I'll be honest. It's really sad and emotional.
Posted, that is sad, dude. He lost everything.
No, IFG. Oh, a couple of people posted it, but this is the actual video from
the news.
It's Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. I don't know if you're subbed to that channel, but I've subbed to that channel. I've watched a lot of their stuff. I watched them build that barn up from the beginning, and yeah, lightning hit the barn and the whole thing burnt down. They lost over 300 turtles and all the fish, all the acrylic aquariums, everything melted down to the ground. But I just posted a link to the video. It's completely and totally tragic. Like, he's going through the ashes and all you can see is charred fish bodies and roasted turtles. Like, it is horrific. If you're an animal person, it's not just like sad, but the footage, and he's torn up. This kid is 21 years old, and he is torn up bad. But they made a GoFundMe account for him, and it just happened 2 days ago. It happened 3 days ago, I guess now. They've raised over $13,000 in like 3 days for him. It's insane.
That's awesome.
Because it was on all the news channels. It was all the news stations in his town were there. He's in Florida.
Well, something like that, man. People will come together for you. I mean, especially when they see your passion for the animals like that. They know that you're, that what you were doing was really special.
Yeah, that video is not for everybody, though. I'll tell you what. I don't know. I know a lot of people that could not sit through that video I just posted. I mean,
I didn't watch it. I know what you're talking about. I didn't watch it. That stuff's really tough.
No, he literally had Asian arowanas. He lost 2 fly river turtles. He had over 300. He had a breeding program of tortoises. He had like 8 different species of tortoises and 300 different babies, all in little coops on the side of that barn, and the whole thing just went up in flames. Like, in less than 30 minutes, he lost everything.
Wow!
And it's all because lightning struck the roof. It struck the electrical line that was coming into the building on the side of the house. And lightning just struck the house, struck the barn. Crazy.
That would be, that would be really tough to combat.
He had one of those baby pools, he had one of them Intech baby pool, or them Intech pop-up swimming pools with a bunch of monster fish in it. He had the arowanas in there and big red-tailed catfish and stuff. It was like, whatever it was, 800,000 gallon like Intech swimming pool inside of the barn, and then like had 3 600-gallon acrylic tank, and then like 2 300-gallon acrylic tanks. Wow! Lots of monster fish, and yeah, crazy. Oh, what was the other one? Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna tell you the rest of it. You guys can watch the news. I tried to make happy news this week, and it was so tragic. It was like more. It was more tragic than last week's news, because the last week's news was about people's dead fish, but it was like, oh, somebody accidentally killed their fish, or their fish died, or whatever it was. Like, but this week it's just like beyond tragic in like a really intense, like in bigger ways. Like, I don't know, just kind of weird. I wanted it to be happy. I was like, I got to make up for last week and keep the news really positive and happy, and it just didn't get to happen that way.
You know, wow.
And
Well,
I
I
did
gotta take
forget.
off.
Oh,
I'll
I did
talk
leave one
to you guys
thing out.
later.
All right,
Right
doing
on.
dinner?
See you later.
I did forget to put one thing in the news. I feel bad. Chris, if he's still in here, I spaced that, man. I did not get that in the news.
Grounded.
No, I mean, I didn't get. I mean, it's sad news. Sometimes people don't want that stuff. Everybody, people to put that in the news and rub it in or whatever. But no, about your flower horn, I didn't post that in the news.
I've talked enough about it on today's stream.
Yeah. And there was enough tragic stuff in the news already. Like I was searching for positive things that were after like the stuff that I got stuck finding, that I was like, man, I teared up a few times this morning trying to write the news and watching these videos through so that I could talk about them honestly. And it was like, it was emotional this morning. More tears than I expected today.
Yeah.
And then I've been watching about those kids in Thailand, man. That's intense. You heard the latest news now, what they're planning on doing as of today? They're calling it Plan B.
Are they going to drill
Kids that are
through
trapped. No, that's not working. They went 400 feet and they still didn't hit the cave. They can't seem to hit the cave. They've tried. They've drilled over like 12 holes trying to pop through into the cave, and the deepest hole that they've drilled so far was 400 feet deep, and they're still not hitting it. Plan B is something that is endorsed by Elon Musk along with some people from China or Japan. It's this what they're calling an artificial tunnel. It's this big canvas and vinyl coated tube that they're going to take and unroll it and take it down through the tunnel, through the cavern, and through the caves, and into the cavity where they're at. And then they can close it up on one end and have like a double door effect on one end and pump it with 1.5 atmospheres. I think is what they call it, atmospheres, or 1.5. What's that term that they use in pressure? With pressure, there's another word for it, and when they talk about pressure, not atmospheres, but
it's basically an inflatable tunnel.
It's an inflatable tunnel, so they'll fill it up, they'll run it, unroll it, and run it, and thread it through the caves into the cavern where they're at, and then they'll pump it full of air, pressurize it, and then the kids can crawl out through that tunnel, underwater and everything.
Water being displaced up into the cavern where they're at, then. That would,
what do you mean?
The water's got to go somewhere, and it can't all go out the entrance of the cave. So,
yeah, but this tunnel's only this tube is only like, I don't know how many. It's like 4 or 5 feet in diameter. It's not going to displace that much water that it would fill the cavern that they're in. If you've watched the videos or seen the stuff on the news, they're in a very large cavern that they could even hike farther back into it and stuff. It's huge. Like there's enough displaced. Maybe it's not gonna just because they put an inflatable tube into it's like a straw, but it wouldn't even. It's not gonna fill the cavity and flood the cavity that they're in. They're in a big room. It's a really large space that they're in, but that's what they're calling Plan B, and Elon Musk is behind it as well. He's been endorsing it and pushing to have it done, and I don't know if he helped develop this technology, I guess, or not this specific technology, but he's got an invention as well, very similar to it, that he has created. So he believes in it because he's been testing the same technology. So he's been pushing for them to do it. So it looks like that's their thing because they're running out of oxygen now, and there's big storms that are supposed to be rolling in tonight and tomorrow. They had a window of like clarity for the last like 12 to 24 hours with no rain, but now they're looking at, like, as the sun was going down, they're saying that it's starting to get there's a storm rolling in, so they're really worried that there's going to be and they've been pumping water out, like it's like something like 1.5 million like liters of water per hour. I don't know what it was that they're pumping out, but they're just pumping out insane amounts of water, and it's only lowered the water level like 1 inch. So it's like it's that pumping it out is not doing the job because the earth is just draining water into it faster than they can pump it out. It's just, it's coming into the cave faster than they can pump it out. So basically they got to get them out of there. And they're worried it's if they get below 13% of oxygen within the air column there or whatever. If it gets below 13% of concentration of oxygen, it could become deadly for the kids. So they're getting close to that. So now they just have to do like an emergency effort of some kind. I don't know. They've got Navy SEALs in there. They've got the best in the world have been inside that cave already. The visibility in the water that they have to scuba dive through, they have zero visibility because the water's muddy, because the storms are pushing that water's coming in with the storm, so it's creating really murky water. So there's like zero visibility. So they're like the best divers in the world are the guys going inside of there. It's insane. And then you saw that one guy they lost one scuba diver. They lost a Navy SEAL. He ran out of oxygen there. There was a ceremony. I saw the ceremony for him today at the airfield. There was a big ceremony with a bunch of Navy SEALs and stuff as they saw the body. They let the body, was leaving in an airplane, and they did a little ceremony on the runway. Pretty intense stuff. It is crazy to see so many different countries coming together. The first two guys in there were world-renowned scuba divers and cavers from Britain, from Great Britain. Those were the first two guys to interact and find the boys. But I guess today they put in a fiber optic line. They ran a fiber optic line in through the cave to the cavern where they're at so that they can talk to their families. Crazy. I don't know. I've been stuck on that story. Like every single piece of information coming through, I've been trying to get a hold of it because it's just such I used to do a lot of spelunking and caving and Boy Scouting. A lot of crazy stuff where we would go in with rappelling equipment and we'd have to go, ascend and descend into caverns with ropes, and that is really dangerous stuff to do because it's wet and muddy and slippery, and you can easily get yourself stuck and wedged between rocks. There's so many things that could go wrong besides just getting stuck in there behind a body of water. Like, all you got to do is hit your head wrong, slip and fall and get a concussion and you're done. You seizure out and just die right in the cave. Like, there's so many things that can go wrong in a cave. It's intense. It's a real dangerous sport, so to speak.
Yeah. But
I did a lot of it when I was a kid, but it was not. I was still scared. I'll tell you what. There was a lot of times when I was scared because when it's pitch black and you got to rappel over the side of a cliff in the middle of a cave, you're half a mile down in the inside the earth, and you're just supposed to have faith in the rope and everything, and just go walk over the side of a cliff and rappel down. It takes a lot of. You gotta be in the right place in your head.
Yeah, mindset.
You're trusting a lot of inanimate objects like aluminum rock climbing gear and rope and stuff in the earth. You know, you're counting on your anchors and the rocks to not give way, and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
Or for it to not flood outside and have a flash flood in the cave while you're there. Just intense. That's what they keep talking about, is the mental state of these kids, and just how it can cause, you know, it could make their sleep and you know, give them PTSD and stuff for life. You know, they've been in there in the dark for 15 days now, and one of the other plans for them is to take fluorescent lights into there. They're running electric lines as well as fiber optic down into there, and they're going to set up fluorescent lighting above them in the cave, so that, and they're going to put them on timers to mimic daylight and night, so that they'll sleep properly and have a proper sleep cycle, so they don't exhaust themselves that way. And they're making them eat, and there's doctors down there that they're trying to get them to exercise and walk around so they don't get atrophy from just sitting there for days at a time. So it's just crazy. It's like they're put in a position of being like astronauts all of a sudden, and you know, they're trying to train them in how to use scuba gear and how to use all that stuff, and they're just kids that have never done that stuff before. They just play soccer. You know? I don't know. It is crazy because you see all the images and they're all still smiling. You know, 15 days under the earth, and a lot of them still have smiles on their faces. They're really optimistic, and that's a really positive thing, because that's what they're going to need to get out of there. They're going to have the willpower and the mental strength to hold themselves together to get out of there. Anyways, who's...
Wow, 116. Wow, that's hot. Wow.
What happened?
In chat, no, Prolific was saying it's 116 out here yesterday. Wow, that's hot.
Where is that at? Arizona?
Nah, California. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was
Sounds like Arizona weather.
Yeah,
there was a fire on the California-Oregon border on yesterday.
Really?
It closed I-5 completely. The main highway that goes from Mexico to Canada, closed it down completely for about 6 hours.
Yeah, Cajon Pass was closed yesterday too. I live right above the Cajon Pass. So, I live in Upper Valley.
It
now.
sucked. It delayed all of our trucks. We had 4 trucks that didn't show up until 2 hours after they were supposed to be there. So I didn't start for 2 hours after
What was
that.
Prolific Free was saying he lost some tubs, he cooked some fish?
Yeah, I think so.
The temperature?
Yeah. That's, I think, you know, yeah, my backup plan is a 2-liter bottle frozen, and I'll just, you know, put it in there for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Because I can't, I mean, I have a chiller here, but I mean, I'm not doing that.
That works, or even just, I've used fans on the top of the water, and just use evaporation of the tank water. It'll cool it down like 2 or 3 degrees.
Yep.
I've gotten up to like 5-6 degrees off of fans.
Yep. You can do that. Right? Yeah, I can do that too. I'll probably end up doing both, but you know, we're sitting at 82 in my tanks right now. It's about as hot as I want them to be. So.
Yeah, I don't even go there. I try not to go there, because if I'm already there and then I have a problem, now they're definitely going to get cooked. So I try to keep my tanks somewhere below. I keep them like 78.
Yeah.
And then so that I can at least have some leeway there. If something happens with the power, I got some time for them to warm up before they, for the power to come back on. But if they're already 82 and then the power gets cut off for 2 hours, or 3 hours, or 4 hours, or whatever it might be, I don't have the same amount of room there. Things are going to get real hot before the power comes back on.
Yeah.
So I have to kind of plan ahead.
I'll just start up my generator, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the other problem is I live above a laundromat, so there's a lot of heat coming from below me.
Yeah.
obviously, when the power gets cut off, that's not going to happen. But I just regularly, I got to run the AC. And my landlord just wants me to pay more on electric now because he's figuring it out. He's finally figuring it out. Came to me this month. He's like, I'm starting to think about it. He says, you got all those fish tanks, you use all that extra water, and you're running air conditioning almost 24 hours a day to keep the temperature of your tanks at a certain place. And we have a dog too, so he's bringing up the fact that we run the AC for the dog. And he's like, I think that you should pay more money for your electric because you're using more of my water and you're using more electricity to keep everything going. And I think the problem is he came in the apartment and he finally got to see everything I had going on in here.
Yeah.
Until then, he didn't really know what operation I had going on in here. And I kind of upset him, and I nonchalantly called him a slumlord, so maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know.
I think that might have had a little bit to do with it.
Something, maybe. But he technically is, but it's, you still don't want to call your landlord a slumlord if you want to stay living there, But
yeah.
He was giving me stuff about another electric bill, and I was just starting to bring up all the things that he does not do around the property and how I do all my own maintenance. He doesn't even live on the island. He lives in Miami. He only shows up here the beginning of every month to collect rent from all his tenants, and then he takes off again. So he doesn't do any maintenance. I do the maintenance. So I was just like, I said, you know what? You're starting to become a real slumlord. I said to him. I didn't call him a slumlord. I said he's starting to become one, technically. So
oh, jeez.
Yeah, I need to learn how to shut my mouth.
Just.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Anyways, I got to edit this news. I got news to edit. Yeah, I got work to do. It's going to take me at least an hour and a half to cut it all up, put it together, and render it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
And stay awake. Stay awake through the whole thing. I start to get sleepy. Sometimes if I wait until too late to edit, I get sleepy. Editing, it's like reading a book. It starts to put me to sleep.
Yeah, I can see how that would be.
Yeah.
A lot of cuts for me. I'm not that good. Like, I'm not some actor. I'm not really good, like, just spitting out the news. Like, I got it written here and printed here, and it's, but I can only, like, remember and recite, like, 2 lines at a time. So, maybe each video, I can probably get that video out, and then I got to look back at the piece of paper. Okay, what's the next video? So I got to cut all that stuff out in between. There's a lot of cuts in the news. Like, it was probably good 50, 60 cuts all together. Maybe not that much, but close. Maybe about 50 cuts, individual pieces that all get put together, and then I got to overlay all the images and all the transitions and all that crap and sound effects. It adds up. It takes a little bit of work. I keep telling myself I'm going to make some kind of a template to make it easier where, like, everything's there. I just open up the template and I have the intro and the beginning and all the parts are already there. I just have to fill in the middle. But I haven't done anything like that. I'm waiting for Premiere. I think I'll be able to do that a little easier in Premiere.
You could probably do that with OBS and just record the whole video with OBS.
I could, but OBS isn't working well for me. I don't know if it's my computer or not, but it's getting really choppy. But yeah, I could just record on the computer, but I wouldn't be using the same camera. If I'm doing OBS, I'm not going to be using my Sony.
Well, I mean, you've
got my webcam.
You got your video files already recorded with the camera, right?
Yeah, but they've all got to get cut up into little pieces. I got to cut all the crap out of it. Like, there's a lot of mistakes. If I make a mistake, I got a lot of that file right now is probably 20 minutes long, and when I'm done cutting it up and get rid of all the garbage, it's going to be a 6-minute, 7-minute video. 7 minutes of footage, but there's 20 minutes of, you know,
You
there's
gotta
another
sit
15
through the
minutes of
20
crap
minutes
in
of
there.
video to find the 7 minutes of juicy goodness.
Goodness.
Yeah.
All my mistakes have to get cut out. All my mistakes. But the beginning of the news is depressing. FYI.
You could always, I don't know if it'll make a difference by using different software, but I use Lightworks. And it's free too, but it only does 720p because it's free.
No, I'm filming in 1080p 60 frames.
Yeah, it'll drop you down. It'll convert it to 720 automatically when it's compiling.
No, I'm going with Premiere, and this other guy that I'm working with doing weddings and stuff, he's kind of requiring that I get Premiere one way or the other because we both need to be on the same platform. We both need to be working with the same software so that I can learn. We're using the same effects, the same presets, the same stuff, same effects, all that good stuff, and then we can just put all the data, all the footage will be like up on Google Drives or something like that, or Dropbox, and we can actually work from home and both be working on the same piece of footage, but over the internet and sharing pieces, and then we can compile it all together. And either he can render it or I can render it, and we're done. But we got a big plan to try to go full time with cinematography. So I'll do my YouTube channel, but I'll also be doing other projects. Like I do some stuff for a vlog already. I mean, not a vlog, a blog, a website, like some photography for articles and stuff. And sometimes I can get away. I get away with writing articles for the blog, but that doesn't make me a lot of money. That's why we're trying to go. We can get paid a cool $2,500 to $3,000+ to make a little video. You know, and if we can get 1 or 2 of those a month, that's a nice little extra bit of money. But
yeah,
right now we're trying to create these cute little pieces to try to win the hearts over of the bride. See, I mean, it's really they're the ones that come up. They're the ones that spend all the money. They're the ones that plan their wedding and design the whole wedding. So we're creating these little short, like 5 or 7 minute films, and right now we're doing some little interviews of like couples, and we interview the couple, how they met, how they fell in love, like their whole story. But when we put it together as a story and make it, really impactful, really cinematic with like intense music. And our goal is to just make it real emotional and heartfelt, and try to get these brides to watch it and just like tear up a little bit, And we kind of feel if we can get a bride to well up over one of our videos, we're sold. We've sold ourselves. She's gonna have us do her wedding. It's kind of our goal. So we're creating some like demo videos right now to use for advertising.
Sorry about that.
Gotcha.
So we've been lining up a few couples to interview and kind of have them share with us their life story and do there's one couple that I'm looking at that's on a sailboat, and they met in the States, they fell in love, and they sailed their boat down here and decided to come live in the Virgin Islands and live in paradise. Whatever. So it's this cute little love story. That's what we're looking for, these cute little romantic love stories. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Either way, it's fun for me because it's just more cinematography. It's just more experience for me. And I'll use it towards my YouTube channel, if nothing else.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I think I found something here.
Uh-oh.
Adobe Premiere CS5. It's from 2015.
What about it? H2O Fish, what's up?
Oh, yeah, he's in here? Nice.
Yeah, he's in
All right,
the chat.
let me walk back over here. Oh,
What
yeah,
about CS5?
I found a website where you can download it.
I did too.
Okay.
No, I think I already have it, but I haven't tried to install it yet. I'm just not touching it. I don't even know if it's safe or not. I'm waiting for my super uber computer guru friend to come over and scan it and scan my computer and make sure everything's safe before I open up the file. Probably shouldn't even have done it. Anyways, I should talk about that. Have you not fed him dinner yet? Okay, alrighty. I need to get hustling on the news. I gotta focus and crunch. I gotta go to it's 9 o'clock. I gotta go hit the store and buy myself some poisonous energy drink.
There you go.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I need to go to the store and get me some Mountain Dew.
Oh, that's not strong enough, but yeah.
All right, Joseph.
I need something that will truly rot my teeth and destroy my liver at the same time. Why not?
He's going out. He's going out the way he wants to go.
I want my kidneys to hurt when I drink it. Mountain Dew's not good enough.
That's the way you know it's working.
Yeah, that's how you know it's good. Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go try to get something done.
All right.
Big Easy, is Big Easy around? I don't know where Big Easy's at, but thank you, Big Easy, for streaming again. I missed the streams earlier today, but I appreciate him taking the time to come back on here and open up a stream again.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know where he's at. He's probably passed out on the spinach. Yep. All right. Well, you guys have a good night. Have fun. I'll catch up with you guys. Check out the news in the morning.
All righty, we'll
Sounds
do.
Good. Yep.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye. Like, whoa.
Do.
My Wi-Fi's not working. Wow. Back online. Okay.
Yeah.
Go back over here. Get the barbecue going.
All right, I'm going to your house.
Yeah. Yeah, now I got like, 10 people here right now. Family.
See, what's one more, right?
Oh, yeah. No, it's more the merrier.
Right.
Yeah.
I am a fatty, so I do eat a lot of food, but...
Me too. Yeah.
But most of the time, I'm fun to be around.
Yeah. I like to say that also. Yep.
I won't deny there are occasions when I am not all that terribly fun to be around. But
yeah, me too. Me too. 4th of July was one of them.
Yeah. Well,
I just had to go. I just had to leave. I just, feeling a certain way, and just before I made a scene, I just left. So,
I'm allergic to sulfur, so I have to spend the entire day inside on the 4th of July.
Wow. Yeah.
Close the garage door. Freaking, I got to put wet towels over the air conditioners outside.
Yeah.
All of that stuff so that sulfur doesn't get into the house, because I stop breathing when I get sulfur in
Oh, no. Yeah, that's not good at all. Yeah. Yeah, I did learn, though, that sulfur gives, like a pool, like a swimming pool, sulfur gives an algae bloom. I didn't know that. Yeah, I found that out. I guess the party that I went to the year before, they were throwing fireworks and stuff in the pool. And I guess, his pool, he shocked it like twice, put chlorine, did all the things he should be doing. And his algae was just horrible. So sulfur gives pools algae blooms. I didn't know that. So yeah, learned something that day. Had to do with water and algae, so that's cool. That's about it though.
Interesting.
You know,
Well, I've never used Adobe Premiere before, so thought it'd be interesting if I can get this to work.
yeah.
I don't
Let's
have
look.
WinRAR, but I do have a zip program, so there you go. There's a README file and a README folder.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Install the software first. Follow the images. They have an installation screenshot folder with images of how to install the software.
Oh, nice. So it must be a little complicated.
After installing it, launch Pro as a trial. Close it. Install the DLL folder file. And then block the program in your firewall and add the lines to your host file. Oh, you're kidding. Oh. You got to block freaking.
Sounds
All right, well,
complicated.
then, there goes that. I ain't blocking stuff in my firewall.
You know.
Well, I probably could, but it'd be too much of a pain in the butt. I'm too lazy for that.
Yep.
So there goes that. Let's find a different way to get it.
Yep.
Oh. I got a lot of music on here that I downloaded off of YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, it's stuff like patriotic music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For instance, here's one. I can't even hear it. You gonna play? I don't know. Can you hear that?
Not really. There you go. Hear it.
It's the Battle Hymn of the Republic by the U.S. Army Band.
Hmm.
And then there's Anchors Away. This should be louder.
Oh, whoa. That's loud. Super loud. Oh, blew up my
Sorry.
beat. Or my brain. Yeah.
And then I've got other stuff that's unusual that you wouldn't expect on definitely my YouTube channel. There's this.
Yeah. It's a good one.
That's Benny Hill.
Yep.
I can hear it playing in the living room now.
Nice.
Looney Tunes.
Okay. That's a good one.
That wasn't too loud, was it?
No.
Okay.
Maybe just a notch down. Should be good.
And then I've got the random little clip that I add in every now and then. It's really fast. So
Hours later.
it's 2 seconds long.
2 hours later.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have the SpongeBob every now and then.
Yeah.
That upset my computer. The heck? What did this thing up? Well, that froze my computer up.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
I can't move anything around. At least you can still hear me.
Yeah.
But it's still thinking about closing that video file.
Yeah. That's attractive. Yeah. I love when that happens.
I'm having a Joseph moment here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Poor Joseph. I was trying to think of anything that I could think of that to help the guy,
Yeah.
Last night he was talking about how his computer was doing it every 3 times he has to save.
Yeah.
There we go. Now it's closed. Every 3rd time he has to save, or else he'll lose his connection. Have to reboot the program or whatever. That's just not good.
Yeah. Yep.
I got so many browsers open. No wonder my computer's lagging out. I got 14 browsers open right now.
Oh yeah. That's
I multitask when I'm on my computer, man.
Oh yeah.
I've got YouTubers in Fort Lauderdale on a search,
Yeah.
along with Oaxaca pufferfish on one page, an info sheet on them, Google Hangouts. There's a whole other Google Hangouts tab.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, brother. H2O. I'm behind on the chat by about 7 minutes.
Oh yeah. No, that's good. It's dead.
So, if you were to look at all of the tanks that I have that are empty, that shouldn't be empty because I have a fair-sized fish room, what do you think you would do about fixing that? I got 2 10s, a 20, a 40 breeder. It's a 20 long, a 40 breeder, and Yogurt's tank that don't have any fish in them. Of course, Yogurt's tank's going to be turned into a stream.
So what you're saying is you have one big one and a bunch of little ones?
Well, Yogurt's tank's a 55 long. I got a 40 breeder, a 20 long, and 2 10.
Okay. I'd set up a colony only. I don't know, cichlid breeding tank.
The 20 long has got plants in it. It looks kind of like a... I don't know how to describe it. It's sand bottom with lots of plants, and everything's being kept alive by a fluorescent death clamp.
Yeah.
The 40 breeder I just drained down because it was getting overrun by cyanobacteria.
Oh yeah.
Teresa is crazy. I ain't getting anything that has legs.
Yeah.
Axolotl.
No, that's what I do. I get some kind of cichlid colony, and then for your little tanks, you can just like what I do. I mean, I hear a little feedback, but maybe you're too loud. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, I got the minimum right here. I can go around show you, but
I got Jack Dempsey's growing out in the 10-gallon right now.
Yeah.
And there's There's some swordtails that don't have a male with them in a 10 down there that need to be moved into a different tank. I was thinking about moving my Green Wonder Achilles into the I was thinking about moving my Green Wonder Achilles into the 90 gallon with the angelfish.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I have a 55 with my colony. And
are those Victorian?
Yeah, Victorian. They're a zebra obliquidin.
Yeah,
but they're on the red list. They're not in captivity no more. So it's up to breeders like me to push them out, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, these are just full rampack. They come to this 55, and then they come over here to this tank, which needs a water change. But that's like, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch to an inch. And then they come to this tank. So, yeah. You know, so 2, 3, something like that tank. These are my backup boys that I got. And this one's dominant, so he was fighting with this one. So I had to bust out another 10 gallon just for him. This guy wasn't having it.
Would they do okay in a 40 breeder? Because I really want to use that 55 to make a river.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. It'd be all right.
Probably look weird, though, with that multi-tank addiction background on there.
Nah, it'd be all right. Now, look into it. Not a lot of people on YouTube have my fish or Victorians in general. Look into it. Look at some of the fish. You'll see. There's some beautiful Victorians out there. And the good thing is you can mix them with other Africans. Because you know how when people have, 500 fish in their tank, they like to buy a couple of every fish of every color to try to spread the color, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is what we do. I'll fill in a tank that's already going, right? So you get a little different color. I mean, I was looking at some earlier online. It was the blue obliquidin. That's kind of nice. They're a haplochromis, so it's,
what's the name, the scientific name for them, so I can look them up on the Wet Spots website?
Oh wow, yeah. I have a bad way of saying that, especially right now after a few beers.
Can you type
just put in zebra obliquidin. Even obliquidin is hard to, but if you put OBLI. DISD, and then it should come up. Just do zebra. Yeah. Zebra obliquidin is the ones I got. It's a lot.
I can see how you would have trouble pronouncing that.
Yeah,
Astotalapia.
Yeah. Lafayette.
Tilapia.
Yeah.
There's too many damn T's in that name.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's
potato tilapia.
Yeah.
That's it. Potato tilapia.
Yeah, perfect. That one.
They're $15 a pair for 1.5 to 2 inch.
See, nice.
Lata fasciata.
Yeah. There's a lot of different ones though. And they're not in captivity no more. There's over 500 species of Victorian cichlids. And they only came, I want to say it's like they only came from 75 species and they become 500 species. So they kind of hybrid and then colonize. So, yeah, I watched a thing the other day that was really good on it.
Zebra obliquidins.
Yep.
So, wait a second. What's the TR? I gotta find out what their stupid code means. TR.
I think it's an insectivore. Is that a word? Yeah. Psychological. Yeah, they eat insects.
No, they got
You know,
a code like a F1 or TR or
Oh
Y.
no, they ain't gonna be no F1s. They're not in captivity. They haven't been since
I
20,
know, but
30
the
years.
abbreviate their little code is TR, and I want to know what the TR stands for.
Hmm.
And of course, they don't. Where's your
Temperament.
damn
I don't
key at, wet spot?
know. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to talk to Steve about this. Oh, okay. TR's trio. It's a trio. So.
Oh, okay. So one male. Yeah,
one male and 2 females.
Yeah, I went with when I started 3 years ago. I started with 2 males and 8 females, and the males would just go to fighting for like a year, and I split them up. But why I left the male in there is because he left the females alone. And if you've seen my tank that I showed you,
yeah,
that's kind of a hint right there. How I put the tiles in there. I put the tiles in there because it's out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, gotcha. Put tiles up to block them off, kind of like a blocker for betta fish.
Yeah, they have to swim around or up and over. Yep. Yeah, I used to have 2 tiles in there, but they're getting used to it. I didn't have no tiles in when I moved in here, and my wife was saying, "Oh, they're looking for a place. They're used to tiles," so I threw 1 in there. But yeah, they are doing better with the 1.
So they're egg layers. They're not mouth brooders like.
Yeah, they're mouth brooders.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, yeah. These fish you're looking at today, I had 3 2-inch fish they're holding right now. 2-inch
I've got one in my African tank right now that I know of that's holding. I haven't looked real closely, but I know one of them's holding right now.
Yeah.
I just let them do their thing. If the fry survive, then cool.
Yeah.
If they don't, then alrighty then.
Yeah.
Free food.
Well, you have extra tanks. Should strip her in like 3 weeks. Or do you know when they?
Nope. I just noticed that she was holding, so I have no idea how far along she is.
I'd give it 2 weeks just so you don't have to deal with the egg bouncer.
The bubbler.
So they'll be fried. You just throw them in a breeder box on that water column, but just so they get a little older, and then you can bring them to another water column. But yeah, no.
I just saw one drop down that looked like it was holding.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't have my camera on my Africans right now. Let me move my camera.
Yeah. Angels and a tetra. I think it's a Molly. There you go.
There's one bumblebee and one red zebra.
Yeah, usually they'll be hanging to the side. They're not going to be eaten because usually they don't eat. I have seen my littler fish eat while they have eggs, and they still have eggs the next day. And I've seen it on videos when they are able to eat. But that's the thing is when eggs are in their mouth, they do not eat.
Yeah, mine don't eat when they're holding.
Yeah, 60% of the time they don't eat until you strip them or until she spits them out.
So if you look at that black one right in the middle of the tank that's swimming off to the left,
yeah,
got chased off the screen. That one was holding.
Okay.
From the look of the camera, that OB in the middle of the screen looks like it's holding too. I'm gonna have to go check that. But all of those yellow fish came from the red zebra and a female that died a few months ago.
Yeah.
All those yellow fish came from it.
Nice.
It was the first time I'd ever gotten African cichlids to breed, and it was a fully breeder, and they hid underneath all the rocks in the back until they were big enough to survive.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be a pain to strip them if they go into the rocks. But if you can feed them and net them out real quick. But once again, if they're holding, they're not gonna eat. But they'll sometimes they'll go up there like they're going to. It's either they do that or they'll hang out to the side. They will not have no interest on eating. They, when I feed mine, I can look. That's the times where I look to see if any fish are holding, because they eat. Probably 30% of the time they'll be on top trying to look at the food, but they're not. Gonna eat the food. But the others, 70%, they'll be down away, not even interested on eating because they're doing their job, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that little OB is holding for sure.
Really? Nice.
And I got the black one that's holding. That
Really?
little OB is about 6 months old, so.
Oh yeah, perfect. You got another 2 years of good breeding out of her then. Because after about 3 years, something like that, they just stop breeding. I'm kind of waiting for that day. Oh yeah, well, Victorians anyway. I don't know about OBs or those kind of fish, but in Victorians, yeah, they breed like rabbits in the first couple years, and then they just kind of fall off. But
well, that'll be nice.
yeah.
It seems like every time I go over to that tank, there's at least 1 or 2 females that are holding.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know what the jewels look like when they're breeding, but I've got 6 in that tank, and then there's 1 in the 125. And then there's Turbo, that blue striped one right there in the middle of the screen that doesn't have a caudal fin.
Yeah.
He got some personality. We're not having a caudal fin. He can stay away from that red zebra and that bumblebee cichlid. No problem. You see that reflection? The Aqueon Tropical Flake blend?
Yeah.
That's what the camera's attached to.
Oh, nice.
I fill it halfway up with water, close the lid, and tape the camera to the bottle so it's bottom heavy, so it doesn't fall over easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, little insider tricks. Let's see, I don't want to miss chat.
Nah, that's good. Jesse's getting his daughter's ears pierced.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Teresa thinks. Teresa, I was just kidding with you. If you're still there.
Oh yeah, she is.
She's like, "Whoa, feedback."
Yeah. Remember I told you.
Yeah, that OB is up against the back wall, nose down, trying to just stay out of everybody's field of vision.
Yeah, you'll kind of see it. Once you realize it, then you'll see it more often. But, yeah. But that's what I suggest. You know what I mean? Get a colony of fish and try to breed them out. I mean,
I'm back.
Oh, Miss Diva's back.
Oh, yeah. Back in action. How you doing?
Oh,
She went to
Lord.
somebody else's stream, didn't she?
My daughter was
she
here.
did.
My daughter, bump y'all. My daughter was here.
Yeah, your daughter. Yeah.
Forget y'all.
Bump y'all.
I think we got a little feedback still.
Where is that coming from?
I don't know. Maybe
It wasn't me. It's been one of you two.
I'm just going to drop off and listen until I fall. I feel like crap. I think it's a cold. I thought it might have been sinuses, but I think it's a cold.
Get better, Miss Diva.
Thank you. I'll look forward to the quiz in the morning.
well,
I
the
think I
evening.
think I think I got them a couple of times today. I had to
Oh
stop
yeah,
listening.
you curveballed them with that one. They all thought was a crebensis. I was like, I know this isn't a crebensis. I
Uh-huh.
wasn't paying attention to the
Everybody
quiz.
picked that. It
I was
was
like crebensis,
wrong.
crebensis, 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 and I'm like thinking to myself, that's a German blue ram. German
Yeah.
blue ram like acidic water. Crebensis like
Right,
alkaline water.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so I felt a little redeemed today, just a little. We'll see how it goes
That was
tomorrow.
nice. Yeah, well, tomorrow night because I'm doing the after the dark
That's
thing now.
right. I enjoy those streams. It starts my week off really well.
That's
I'm
good.
glad you're doing the evenings.
Well, I'm just
Okay.
following. I'm following the instructions from my viewers. They say that they want a night stream and instead of a morning stream both days.
Well,
So
you saw the response, so
yeah, I got more viewers on Sunday stream than I did on Saturdays
yeah.
last weekend. But take some
All right,
Benadryl, get
guys.
some sleep. I'm
I
gonna
think it
probably
might be a cold. I just took some Chlorocidin, so I'm gonna try to sleep it off. I've got 2 tanks I gotta take care of tomorrow, so I can't be sick.
I'm gonna
I
hop
gotta
off too
sit.
because I'm gonna go watch Ready Player One with my wife again.
Oh, that's nice.
I like that movie. We went to the theater and saw it. We rented it. I bought it yesterday on the Xbox, and we watched
Mm,
it, and we're gonna go watch it again.
yep.
Yeah.
Some
All those
movies are worth
80s
watching more than
references.
once.
You know.
Yep.
So,
All right, guys.
you
Have a
have a
good
good
one.
night,
All right,
and
Diva.
I'll see y'all tomorrow night too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Oh.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Dang, I didn't have to mute. Yeah, have a good one, multi-tank. Yep. Well, Big even left the call. Wow. That means it's up. Random some shenanigans. How you doing? How you doing? Random. See what's going on over here. Oh, fireworks. Clean your house in 10 minutes. What? What? That's pretty good. All right, Diva. Have a good night. See you soon. Get better. Sleep well. So we got 3 watching. Hmm. Oh, you in chat. Say something in chat if you in chat. Yeah, yeah. All right, big. Where you at? Where you at? Hey there, Mr. B. How you doing? How's your day today? Hey there, Mr. B. How you doing? Yep. Mhm. All right, then. Well, yeah. I gotta get out of here. But see y'all soon.